We are live.
All right.
How do you feel about that?
Ready to go.
All right,
The
so
sequel.
we'll wait for a couple people to come in to the live stream and see what's going on. I probably should pull up yours as well so that I can answer questions since nobody wants to be on mine. This is why we need that intro, StangMode.
It's coming. Welcome. We're going to take a few minutes to let people settle in and get ready for the second live stream ever. Thank you so much for the people checking in. Somebody said they can't hear already.
Oh, that's great.
So
Can you just confirm that everybody, can they hear? Can they hear? Can they hear?
Not loud enough. Not loud enough. As soon as it's loud enough, give me a holler. Mustang Lifestyle just checked in. What's up, John Smith? I can hear. Super Slow Stang said I can hear.
Can everybody hear good and clear this time?
Address the new EPA issue. It's good now. Down South Racing, what up? Got a lot of famous Mustang channels coming in all of a sudden. I can hear fine. We're getting settled in. We got some people coming in. Thank you so much. Welcome. We're going to have a fun show. But before we get into that, why don't we take it over to Tunnel Chaser?
What am I doing?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. So today's episode is kind of, every episode going forward pretty much at this point is brought to you by wholesaleblades.com, which I don't have a graphic for because StangMode's in a rush to get everything done, where you can buy cool stuff like this Negan rubber bat for Halloween or things like stun guns. That's wholesaleblades.com.
That's pretty cool. Actually, I got a little worried there.
Well, if every person that donates $100 to Super Chat, he will get stung.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Hey,
$100, $100.
For good of the cause.
Exactly.
To go to the chat.
All right. So now that we got that out of the way, do you want to talk about our first topic?
Yeah. Just so you guys know, we are waiting for Street Speed 717. He should be checking in around 8 o'clock. But as you know, these millennials, they say they're coming, so we're waiting to hear back from him. We're excited. We're going to talk about the call-out, his preference between the C8, the GT500, and just chit-chat with him about all things YouTube, his grandpa build, and things of that nature. So stay tuned for that. What we're going to do now is what we're going to start featuring in the beginning of the show is one of the most talked about automotive car videos, and we'll kind of break it down and go through those every beginning of the show every week just to kind of give people an opportunity to talk about it, see what they want to do, and then of course we're going to go into, at the end of the show, answer all of your questions in the super chat, in the chat. We'll do our best. Again, Street Speed's coming around 8 p.m., but in the meantime you can hang out with me and Tunnel Chaser. Also, just so you know, we are really working hard. We want to bring you really great guests and really great content. In the description of my live stream, we have started a Patreon. That'll be awesome if you would support this podcast so we can also take this show on the road. Again, we've talked about it last week. We want to go to Detroit when the Shelby GT500 is released, the unicorn we're calling it, and we want to be there first and foremost to bring you the most coverage, the longest coverage, and hopefully have it right behind us while we're talking. So please do support if you can, even if it's $1 a month or $2 a month. It goes a long way to helping us live our dream and talk about cars 24/7. So that's kind of what's going on right now. Of course, the super chat also helps, but it really is appreciated. And so someone already talked about other things we'll get into. You might have seen Tunnel Chaser on the long tube headers install. We'll talk about that video, how we started at 1, got done at 4 a.m. There'll be some good stuff. But I think what we're going to do is we'll dive right into this video from It's Just a 6 that came out, I think, last week or a few days ago. I'm not sure, where he raced a Demon. And we all know that Tunnel Chaser is a Dodge Demon owner and is very familiar with going to Mexico with that car. So we're going to go through that video, have our own opinions on it, and also stay tuned because It's Just a Six will eventually be a guest here on the StangMode live stream / podcast. And we look forward to talking to him, as well as other big YouTubers, besides just Tunnel Chaser and myself. So we'll go from there.
Well, there's going to be a lot of guests other than just It's Just a Six, but he is one of the guests that will be coming up that you guys all should know, especially from StangMode's channel. I have to address a super chat that came in. Mario CS says he or she loves me, and I also love you. Thank you very much for that money.
Wow, thank you. Super Slow Stang said, love the videos, man. Keep it up. Car looks gorgeous. I also wanted to say thank you for the people who do support, so we can go through. I did get some. There's other YouTubers who we'll have call in that might not that will come into the studio. So look forward to that. But we're gonna keep going, and we got. Well, thank you so much. We already have 122 people watching live. So definitely, if you hit the like button, it helps the YouTube universe get it out to the world while Tunnel Chaser is texting and driving at the same time.
Well, confirmation from Mike just to make sure he's going to be ready when he calls in.
Okay, cool.
So he is going to be ready. He is ready.
Okay.
He's on standby.
So we have Street Speed. Just also, I want to talk about Street Speed for a second here because I think he gets a lot of rap as being, I guess, cocky, or a lot of people don't like him. Like, he has everything. He has supercars. He's in his 20s. And I also got to give him credit at the same time because he's probably the reason why I started doing my thing. Watching him from his first C7 to his Hellcat to the Z06 and his crazy raps and all that fun in between, he really started a lot, especially in our area. And he's also somebody who gives smaller channels like myself a chance to work with them. He's close to 800,000 subscribers, and people like myself who are a lot smaller down the food chain, he's been very kind to and open to. So look forward to him kind of talking about his journey, what he's doing. We're also going to talk about clickbait. That seems to be something that a lot of people get angry about for some reason. So we're going to talk about clickbait. So we're going to go from there. So anything you want to say about Street Speed as well?
No, I mean, Street Speed's a good dude, and you can't you can't throw a stone without somebody saying he inspired him or that person to do a car channel of some sort. It's almost like he was the godfather of car channels, but he truly wasn't. Mm-hmm. But the way he branched out somehow, it made it like he really was. I think we can go right into the It's Just a Six killing a demon at this point.
Let's do it. We're gonna get into. Vin's gonna throw up the It's Just a Six video.
It seemed a little bit high, and I was kind of unsure about how I felt about it. The car dynoed at 1,014 wheel horsepower, if you guys didn't see, and I was kind of like, there's no way. After running that car, knowing what that car puts down, and seeing that I just literally left that car like nothing, I kind of am starting to lean to believe it. It's a little bit more accurate. Dude, third gear is like the power perfection right there. I'm like pulling hard. Fourth gear, I had to start at fourth because it bogs the car down a little bit, so it's not as much power, so it'll let it smoothly take off. If the roads were dry and I was on a drag setup, dude, this car from a third gear roll would have just disgustingly killed that car. I would have felt awful, dude. I was spinning so bad. We can try it again in fourth. You want to try again? Let's try it fourth. From fourth and just completely obliterated that car.
So if we do hit a snag, I appreciate the comments that video and volume is too loud from Derek Souther.
Yeah, I just cranked it all the way down, so it should be better right now.
Let us know if the volume is better.
It's going to take a second for that feed to go through. But
okay.
Is it good?
I'm waiting for feedback. Anybody said, okay, it's better. Salty Stank Salty Stang, big ups. You always give us the good feedback. It's good. Okay, great. So let's get into it. Tunnel Chaser is giving his excuses for the demon already.
Yeah, guys, he said he can't hear crap now. I don't not necessarily trying to have the audio of someone else's video going. You know, I don't know what they're saying. We just kind of chopped this up real quick and played it through, so I don't know what's going on in that video as far as audio goes. Visually is what I cut it for. There will be a couple more videos that we put up that I'll have to cut real quick, but just give us a second to fix that audio issue. But as far as the excuses go, how can you not have an excuse when you don't have clear footage of what actually happened? But that said, I do have a follow-up as to my excuse as well.
Okay, so from a demon owner, I will kind of agree with you. It was hard to see how many. I watched the video and I saw that Gavin said he put bus lengths.
Yeah.
On the demon.
And if you look closely, he zooms in on his mirror, and you'll notice that it should be in this clip that he did have some length on him, but I don't know.
There's also the speedometer is blurry. I don't know why that is. Maybe he needs to check with his video guy that something's wrong with the speedometer.
All right, so I'll just come out and say that the demon gearing is not designed for high-speed runs. The Mustang's always going to... Even if you gave the demon and the Mustang, a stock NA Mustang, enough runway, it was 70 miles, eventually the Mustang is most likely going to surpass the demon. It doesn't have the top speed. It doesn't have the gearing for those high-speed runs. It really, truly is designed for quarter mile, and everybody hates on it for that reason. Not saying that this car, I mean, we know other Mustang owners that have a decent amount of power they're putting down. And at the drag strip, even in its stock suspension and setup, are doing phenomenal numbers. But those numbers are the Mustang with, 1,000 horsepower, 900 horsepower. So it's comparable then. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, I agree with you. The Dodge Demon is not meant for highway rolls, and I feel it suffers from the same issue that the GT350 has in the Mustang universe, where the Demon shines on the drag strip, but for some reason people like to roll race with it. And
that's the life. I mean, the roll racing is the easiest way to race. It's the easiest way to go out and prove yourself. It's the easiest way to hang with your buddies and go out and just do something and have fun. And drag racing is a huge hassle. It shouldn't be. They should make drag racing so much easier to go there every day, just run, do what you need to do. But it's always like, well, we're running trucks, we're running just Fords, we're running just Mopars, we're running this time bracket thing, we're doing this, and it's like we just want to run. Like me and my buddy, we have different cars, we want to go out, we just want to hit the drag strip, we want to go 52 times back to back, and just make it easy. But this is what happens when that's not available.
Yeah, I do. I'm a guy who is really big at the drag strip, and I do love going there because it's sanctioned and it's safe. But my gosh, you're gonna spend a lot of time waiting to run 2-3 runs, about 5-6 hours on average, because racing is waiting is the adage when you go to the drag strip. Whereas you can go to Mexico like some YouTubers do, like Street Speed and it says a 6, and get it done in a blink of an eye. Just for the sake of video clips, you want to take that down for a second so that we're not
just playing
a loop for 10 minutes straight. It kind of helps my eyes.
Well, the production assistant isn't here today, so I have to do everything myself.
Shout out to Tunnel Chaser. This is all his setup. I just kind of like put things together and he executed. So thank you to you, sir.
He shows up and sits down.
That's a lot of work. I tell you what. That's what I did with the headers install as well. I'm a great shower.
I didn't post that picture yet, but yes, we do have. I wish. See, if somebody was here to handle all this, I can have that picture up in a split of a second. But he was during the workload. He was sitting down.
Yes.
So
I had to record.
He was checking his social media.
That was for you
making
all.
Making sure people still hitting the thumbs up and the like buttons.
I want to make sure you all are getting a bird's eye view of what's happening.
Demonology. I'm sorry. Demonology sent me $10. I heard somebody was looking for me. Here I go. Was somebody looking for you, Demonology? First of all, everybody that's at my channel knows who Demonology is. You probably did not need to send $10. I appreciate it. When I see you, I'll buy you a Starbucks coffee. They cost about $10.
Yeah, If Demonology gets on my super chat, we'll talk about it. But for now, he's gone to the wrong channel.
No, he went to the right channel. He went to the Demonology channel. How would he be found over at channel?
I'm only at $1.99.
Demonology, we are broadcasting on StangMode's channel as well. And he's a lot cheaper of a man than me.
No,
$1.99 gets his attention.
I take all support. Where were we at? Demonology kind of interrupted my flow.
Send it Steve's in. He said, I want a demon from a dig at a track.
You know, I wanted to talk about these older cars like Grandpa and Send It Steve's Corvette and a lot of these people who, nothing against it, but you have these older Corvettes and Trans Ams and Camaros and Mustangs who have a very low price for the vehicle but can mod the crap out of it, whereas someone like myself or even you with these late model cars that are a year or two old at that, modifying them and that dichotomy, I almost feel like, and nothing against people who modify older cars, I think that's great, but I feel like it's more difficult in a way to like modify a Demon or an 18 Mustang or things of that nature and kind of take the risk, because everyone always says warranty. Yeah. Like I get that comment every 5 minutes, like, hey, you just got catalyst headers. How's the warranty? I said, your warranty's dead. That's what I want to say. My warranty is gone.
Well, you can't really call a warranty on headers, but it could be a bitch of an argument with the dealership. Yeah. It's not like headers should cause some kind of massive internal engine damage. You know?
No, it shouldn't. But if you install it wrong, you can if you do any modification to a late model car, because these cars
if it's hacked up, it's definitely going to be an issue with the dealer. But if it's a nice install, you shouldn't really have a problem. If you did a whole valve job or something crazy on internally, not that's crazy, but it's internal, then they can call anything that happens on the inside of the engine your fault.
You still got to prove it.
Yeah.
The thing is, the technician
it's easier
has
for them to prove than you.
The thing you did was the cause of the malfunction. That's what I rest my hat on.
Fishstick says Venom kills crowds. That's still my new saying. I gotta get
Venom kills crowds.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that.
Well,
as a
that's
t-shirt.
Inherently true because Venom is a serum of
oh
poison.
My God! Stop it.
That's inherently true.
Stop. So go on. Sorry.
Venom kills demons coming, and everyone needs to be ready for that. And I'm just telling you that winter's coming. It's like the White Walker himself, Michael Mack.
With his
winter is. I need my helmet here. Put that down. If you guys don't know, a lot of people, the name drops we do drop. Michael Mack, you said Steve, just Street Speed. It's just like these are all YouTubers that we all watch and check in with on their builds, and they're all coming to this big YouTube call out, which everyone knows about, but no one knows about.
I agree.
Are you racing?
I concur. What am I racing? Where?
At the call out at October. We're gonna have
depends.
Mike on it.
I'm gonna let everybody run a few times and then jump in on the races, because at the call out normally you can go. Your races are back to back almost. Like you can run. I see Demonology popping up. Demonology spending big money tonight. He's got $20. He's dropping $10 at different channels.
I think Demonology wants his voice heard. We're gonna have Demonology as a guest, like we're having Street Speed soon, so he can give more of his position on defending the Demon, which is actually a dead vehicle at this point. Mopar killed it for the red eye, but we'll talk about that later.
Well, we don't even know what's up with the GT500 yet. Apparently, you're the only one that does.
Guys, let's be real. The Demon's dead. Dodger's like, we're gonna kill it like they did the Viper. So their cash cow is a Hellcat. So I think Demonology needs to do more content in this Hellcat that he gave to his son, and then that'll get him the views because no one cares about demons anymore.
His son's just getting his car repaired. It's not a permanent.
I don't watch the videos. I just watch. Everybody knows. We all just look at the clickbait and we make a determination. I get so many comments that I said, "Did you watch the video?"
No one watches the video.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that's what happens.
My Defame noticed the shirt. He's over on my channel, at the appropriate channel.
No, it's a shame that Dodge did kill the Demon because I was hoping to have a longer run, and it seems like everyone's killing the Demon on the streets too, and people can't run the nines. I hope that
people
Demon
can't run.
does
Come
get.
on.
No, I'm trying to not sound like I'm talking trash, but I hope that people can resurrect, if you will, the Demon's reputation, because it gets crapped on a lot.
Yeah. I'll be the first to say that 965 is very hard, but
Mhm.
9s is very possible in the weather. The Demons all got released like pretty much. A few got trickled out November, something like that, and then as soon as the summer heat started getting hit, everybody started getting them. It was hot,
Mhm.
and a few people modded them, and it's there's going to be racers out there that take them out, but it's also a limited production car, so it's not like there's 40,000
It's
of
a
them out
specialty
there.
car.
Yeah, so
it's a specialty car.
to have so many. If there was 30,000 of them produced,
Mhm.
then we would see greater numbers, saying wow that people are out there racing them, but. It's a drag car for old men, is how I look at it, or people that don't want to mod.
A
their
lot
own
of
car.
older guys like the
Yeah.
Demon, because it's no fuss, no muss.
Yeah,
it's
you
like
just
the
go out, you
Corvette
run,
community.
you come home, and you're done.
The Corvette community is predominantly older gentlemen. The memes go around with the guy with the New Balances, the blue jean shorts. That is because older gentlemen, and I'm not trying to be ageist here. Older gentlemen like to just have no fuss, no muss. They don't want to deal with all that modding stuff. They want to grab their car and go race it. Older people like that, and that's okay. That's their market. Younger people like to wrench on their cars and make them faster. I'm in the middle, where I like to.
You want it modded, but you don't want to do it.
Of course, I always watch Autovlog, and he always makes jokes that he doesn't mod his own car. But I hope that the parts I utilize and the people I get to do it are top notch.
We should get Autovlog on here.
Yeah. Also, we're trying to get other YouTubers on here as well, depending on that. People are commenting about my hair. Yes, we. Some of my frequent commenters are saying things about my hair, Big Daddy Trucker. The hair is, we're growing it out. We're growing it out.
I'm trying to grow mine out too.
We're growing it out. So the hat will come back here and there. It just doesn't fit with the headphones. But I digress. Hey, what's up, Z-Stang 3.7? That's one of my good friends. What also we want to say is, just to go back to the Demon conversation, and it's just a 6, was that people aren't doing, when you're a one-trick pony, if you will, and you try to take that pony to a different venue to do tricks, people get frustrated. That's why I think Dodge has promoted the Red Eye, because it's more of a jack of all trades. I guarantee, and this is just I am projecting, that people will do the roll races with the Red Eye, and they're going to blast people out the water.
Well,
797.
I assume the gearing is different on the Red Eye than it is on the Demon. I should look into that, but I imagine the gearing is more like the Hellcat, which is going to do better on a roll race than the Demon will.
No man buns, please. If you don't know, I used to have a long ponytail.
Oh my God, we should get those images up here.
I'm gonna be like MGK and have a man bun.
I'm gonna have those images for next week, and we're gonna definitely see some flashbacks of StangMode.
We'll have flashbacks and things of that nature.
They're hysterical.
The beard, with a combination of a ponytail, I'll be full crazy. Full crazy.
RO Casio, how much faster can cars get? In 2018, 11 seconds cars were fast. Now cars are coming out factory less than 10 seconds. That's what I don't get. Everybody's really hating on the Demon, and it's like, well, it doesn't do the 965. But it's like, dude, look how fast it does go out of the factory.
Mm-hmm.
That's an amazing number, and nobody wants to look at that. I think, like I said before, Dodge raised the bar really high for that 965. But at the same time, for me to jump in it and go, a 10.44 or 10.3 or 10.2, where people are doing 10.1s just rolling out onto the drag strip. That's amazing.
Impressive. The problem, I think, is when anybody puts a supercharger on any car, Mustang, Camaro, Corvette, or anything. If you're not running 9s, people are upset. You're laughing. What's going on?
Demonology said, "Where's Michael Mack? Revenge of the Nerds."
Michael Mack is coming hard. Just so you guys,
Demonology, Michael Mack. It's going to be very close.
He trapped 141 miles an hour.
Yeah,
so
he's
not a nerd anymore.
Yeah.
He got that car
it was
dialed
like 90
in.
degrees out. When he did that
he
too.
got that car dialed in now. So I tell you what we're gonna do is we're going to Also, what we're going to do is we're going to have more of these as we get closer to the call out and people want to race each other at the call out. We'll have other people who are, I know everyone's talking about, I don't know if we're going to get John Doc on here, but John Doc and Senna Steve, they've been trolling each other on Instagram for a while, which is funny. I don't know who I'm going to face because I'm NA. I'm an NA Mustang right now. The Vortec is still coming, but in terms of time frames and the call out, it's going to be really tight to force it in there and try to get it done. But we'll see what happens. The time will tell. Also, just a teaser, we did dyno the Mustang last night with Michael Mack at Northeast Racing, so that video's coming out soon. And
Family Cruisin's in my chat. He said, who's going to race my Viper? Family Cruisin', I love the Viper, but you're going to get destroyed by it.
I'll race the Viper right now in the Ford Fusion. I'm just teasing. No, but I would like to race a Viper. I'm looking for competition, NA competition. That'd be good for me. That'd be fun.
Yeah, he is NA.
Yeah.
So
he's stick, right?
Hey, I think, yeah.
Okay, that should be a great time.
Yeah.
But are you going to Uber yourself? Is he Ubering the Viper to bring fans to the event?
That'd be amazing.
Hey, thank you so much, HD Muscle Cars.
Family Cruisin', we're supposed to do some videos when we're there. And also, Family Cruisin', I have to talk to you because I know we're supposed to kind of group up together at a location. So we're going to talk about that some more. And we're probably going to do a podcast from one of those locations and get Family Cruisin' in on it as well, especially after the call out.
You want to talk about that more?
Sure.
Okay. I guess I will. We're going to, after the call out, and we'll have Street Speed expand upon it because he's hosting the event. We're going to have a podcast with all the YouTubers, kind of like a round table thing about who won, who lost, and the results.
Yeah.
And what's going forward, whose car broke, because that's inevitable.
Yeah.
Who won, who was a sleeper. What helped me kind of get on the map, if you will, was when I went to the North Carolina call out. It was the 8th mile. So an NA car can really shine in the 8th mile against supercharged cars if you get off the line quickly. If you want to pull that clip up right now, I'll show you what I'm talking about. And I'm going to talk to Street Speed about that as well. Because this video where my Mustang, 2018 Mustang GT, the Black Mamba on E85, prep for the drag strip, did walk the ZR1 in the 8th mile. And that went on like late model mayhem on Facebook. A lot of people were talking about it. People thought I was fully built. But it's important at the drag strip to be set up. Whereas a car...
Wait, were you talking about the ZR1 race?
Where I if you don't know, Mike sold the ZR1. Just like a lot of other YouTubers, maybe for the C8, I'm sure. Is that where everyone's selling their Corvettes now for the C8 coming up?
Well, Mike had 2 ZR1s, and the thing was that he had one that didn't come in his package or something like that, or another, I don't know. And he drove it around for his channel until his actual one came, and then he used that and sold it for whatever reason that I'm not too informed on, other than what he said on YouTube, which was something along the lines that he couldn't mod it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but we'll talk to him about that. Again, if you guys are coming here for Street Speed, he's coming at 8 o'clock. We're going to call him, and we'll get him on the line, and we'll talk about all that good stuff. And we'll go from there. Also, what's going on with your build? What's happening with the Dodge Demon?
My build?
I know that you had videos about, weight reduction and...
Oh, yeah, well, so I did remove some weight, but added it back with the, what do you call that damn thing? The support bar, the harness bar. But I do have, you can see one of the seats over there. They can't, but you can. I do have a pair of racing seats that'll lighten the load about another 100 pounds probably. And, all in all, once I'm done, I'll probably be just 100 pounds lighter than I was. And that's really all I'm going to do. We'll see what happens if I can get some races in before the call out and go from there.
Yeah.
I don't warranty, man, warranty.
Yeah, yeah. I tell you what,
it's $100,000 car. Do you really want to go ahead and have to do work on it after?
Yeah, you want to just run what you bought.
Yeah,
you want to run what you bought.
Tunnel Chaser, have him move his hair behind yours where Mustangs belong. Oh, his chair behind yours where Mustangs belong.
Listen, don't test us. We already done a foot race.
Yeah, we could do a
We
chair
could
race.
do a what is that game the kids play?
Oh, when the chair goes
They
down.
run around the chair.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know. I'm
gotcha.
getting too old for this stuff. But
Mod to Fame donated some money. I gotta catch out what's going on here, man. Mod to Fame says nice shirt. If you guys don't know who Mod to Fame is, it's Mod to Fame vlog. He does a lot of content on cars.
he also got walked by the black mamba.
Yeah, well, you like to get people in weird situations when you're racing.
Listen, let me tell you something about Mod to Fame. He's a friend, but he was really cocky about his stick shift Hellcat on the drag strip, and even Demonology told him he had these these really cool hard Parker tires on there.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought he did well getting off the line, and then when he saw the way I took off, I think it was fun. It was fun.
Well, Mod to Fame is not a drag racer. He doesn't go out to the
No,
track.
he's not a drag racer.
He'll take
he's
you
a
on the
Mexico
street.
guy.
Yeah. You didn't mention HD Muscle Cars, who gave you $5 there.
Thank you to HD Muscle Cars. By the way, listen, and I apologize, I'm looking now. Let me get back to the super chat.
Well, HD Muscle Car says he loves your channel, trying to get mine rolling, and your good motivation.
Let's talk about that, about the YouTube. I encourage anybody, if you are passionate, that's the key, and to start it. You're going to probably think this is hard because you might not get the views or the subscribers at first, but if you're consistent and stick with it, it really does pay off, because it kind of is its own addiction. Because if you're watching this, you love your car anyways. You modify it, you wash it like crazy, you take pictures of it. But to share your journey, to share your build, and to touch base with people who either like it or don't like it, it's just a great time. It's a lot of fun. So I'd encourage you to give it a shot. And there are a lot of small, one thing I take pride in, and I'll say it, I love to work with people starting up. If you want to work together, or what I try to do is I try to do my best to shout out or work with a lot of the smaller channels. I'm a small
Just
channel.
make sure you have a really expensive car when you work with him.
Like what?
I don't know.
I work with everything.
He's got a Honda Civic. He shows up in a 98.
I won't work with
Honda
Hondas.
Civic.
I'm sorry. I love all cars, but the Honda Civic.
You show up in a built 98 Honda Civic, I'll work with that.
No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Or a LS swapped Honda Civic.
Any car that goes to drag strip does like 9 seconds. It's a Honda Civic. It's got giant fat.
I just hate the way they sound the drag strip. Oh my
all
gosh,
depends.
all that craziness is
Beers
really annoying.
and cars. Everyone is selling their Corvettes. Period. I'll have 50K invested in mine and still letting it go because they suck now.
Wow, let's talk about that.
I'll take yours at a lot less than that.
Why do people?
I didn't know he had a
Why
Corvette.
are people jumping ship from the C7 so quickly? Is it because of the C8? Is it because of the
I don't-
Demon? Is
I
it
don't-
because of the Shelby?
I don't
What's
think
going
so.
on?
I think people just get bored of crap, man.
How long has the C7 been out? The Stingray. When did it come out?
I don't know. I'm not a Corvette guy, but definitely more than 3 years at least, 4 or 5, I guess. I don't know.
That's one thing, and I could be wrong because I don't know. I don't think we have many Chevy guys on here, but I've noticed that the Chevy community has the Camaro coming out. They have the C8 coming out, and they're ready to leave their old platform.
I'm sorry, dude.
Take your time.
Yeah, RT Life is giving me money. I am definitely keep up the great work, buddy. Guys, guys, everybody who donated, I know them. So except for Mario, who loves me, and I love you still. But they all gave me money tonight, and I appreciate that. Nobody, I feel like I'm overtaking StangMode's.
No, it's all part of the
super
support.
chat right now. No, I just want to gloat a little bit.
Do it. My channel is failing, so it's
guys. You need to start jumping out and giving StangMode some money. But Demonology, RT Life, Family Cruising, RT Life, Mod to Fame. You guys all donated. I appreciate it. Family Cruising, I appreciate it too, because I'm probably gonna wreck your Viper when I drive it. But go on. So
yeah, I think one of the things that happens is with people have builds and they stick with them. The build I have is I'm not getting rid of it. I don't plan on it.
Actually, can we pull up your header install?
Yeah, go ahead.
Might as well.
Might have a couple of tricks up my sleeve.
Give us 2 seconds here.
Go ahead. It should be good now. So as far as the header install goes, you said you're not going to give it up, but there was actually a question that night. and we said, what what happens? Are you going to swap it when you sell it? And you're like, I'm not going to sell it.
Yeah.
You really believe that? Like that's it. You're done. This car is for life.
I'll answer that question first. Thanks, Mod to Fame and HD Muscle Cars.
Mod to Fame, how you bastard, dude.
I left my Mod to Fame shirt at home. And let's talk about it. This is my fourth Mustang, but there's sentimental value in what's occurred with this car. The night that, and it's going to sound weird like it's prom night, but the night where it was Friday night, Xander 13, we flew him in. Me and Boost Addictions, we got him from the airport, and we got to work at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Tunnel Chaser came, bought some beers and food. We all hung out. We got done at 4 a.m., but it was the funnest time I've ever had.
I didn't stay till 4 a.m.
No, you left at 12.
Don't give me that credit.
No, you bounced.
I watched
after he signed the 10-speed.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm out. After I wiped it off. But there's like these moments that I'm having with the Black Mamba and other people in the car community where if I sell it, it'd be really difficult to. I guess I'm sappy, but the emotional, even from the going to these events, it's kind of gonna have to be a situation where I don't know. I would like to keep it, and we'll see what happens. And what happened with the headers install? That's a very difficult install, by the way, and I would never have been able to tackle it myself unless it was for Boosted Addictions and Xander 13. But they stuck through it, and they gave me motivation because I was like, all right, let's just leave it here for the week, and we'll come back. I was done. I was tired, and I've never been so tired before, but these guys stuck through it, and
yeah, they were more
job.
motivated than you were.
Oh yeah, I was done.
They were.
I was looking forward to the podcast.
You actually got a man to cancel his vacation with his family because he was stuck with.
Yes, let's talk about that. Boosted Addiction. Shout out to Dave. He was supposed to go down the shore, and he called his wife and said, "Listen, we're gonna get this Mustang done." And I remember Speed Addict 731 said, a real car guy. Those installs mean a lot. Someone just said Black Mamba's going down. Mod to Fame said Black Mamba's going down.
I got Demonology super chat. Michael Mack, heard you've been watching Revenge of the Nerds. He's really taunting him.
Yeah, this is all in fun. And we're gonna have these people on here to talk about it. Boosted F-150. Thanks so much for checking in. And we need some content, brother. We're waiting on you. You're like the biggest thing in like YouTube right now, and I'm waiting.
Dude
for
blew
more
up,
content.
and he was like, "I'm not gonna make any videos."
He's gonna be the ghost. We need more content from you.
Family Cruising sent $10 super chat. I appreciate that, Family Cruising. We want to see you topless. Make it 1,000, and maybe I'll think about it. Let me get out of this video since we're done with that header install.
Yeah. No, but it's hard to sell a car when you have sentimental moments with it. So unless the GT 500 is something that I'm like, screw sentimental, I'm out. Now, that remains to be seen. Thank you so much. Cheers, StangMode. Keep it up. White S550 coming in. I see you got a beautiful 18 with a stripe down the middle, just from the profile avatar.
Is that an 18? Did you say?
I could tell. That's an 18, right? Right. White. I said I want to say right and white at the same time. Right.
Xander 13, come over to my channel. I'll love you more. Michael Mack sent $5, and I appreciate that, buddy. But I know you need that money to go towards that rebuild of that motor after you blow it. Heard Demonology put the Demon in storage after my car trapped 141 miles an hour. I'm telling you, those guys.
There's some history there.
Boosted F-150 sent $5. I appreciate that, buddy. He didn't say anything.
Let me just say something, and I just want to get this off my chest. But Demonology he talks a lot on my comments. But remember, he's bragging about beating a naturally aspirated Mustang GT with a colder intake and tune in your car. If I had a boosted Mustang, I honestly believe it'd be a different story. And it's easy to go on the internet and say, Michael Mack did not blow his motor. He was just teasing. It's easy to say, look at me, I'm a demon, and I beat a Mustang GT. You could do that all day. You give me a Whipple, you give me a Vortec, you give me a twin turbo Mustang, it ain't happening. So that's just like I had to get it off my chest because I see that everywhere. the demonology minions and his comments are like, "You already lost." I was like, "Dude, he had an 800 horsepower car. I had a 400 horsepower car. What do you think is gonna happen?"
Yeah, and you know what? Demonology runs no times a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't.
It's better in a way
Mm-hmm.
to really see who the driver is. Technically, in a no time, I mean, it's not really possible, but still at the same time possible to beat him. Even if you had a 400 horsepower car, he would have to do something completely wrong. But you know,
Yeah.
it's always there with no times. You just happen to suck and you have an excuse.
Well, he trains with Mustang guys.
He what?
Like his coaches at the drag strip all drive Mustangs. He's a secret Mustang lover.
I'm a secret Mustang lover.
Yeah, everybody is.
Yeah.
I'm just out there. I'm out there with it.
Yeah.
Everybody is. It's just I'm out there all.
I want to make
open.
I can't say that though, but it's alright.
I hope. I just want to answer this. I will hopefully get a GT 500 if this podcast keeps going successful.
2045.
Yes,
He's gonna have the GT.
I'll have a gray
used-
beard.
Slightly used.
I'll be bald and have a gray beard, and we'll try to get a GT 500.
Oh man, there was actually your guy that donated up there. He said not boosted HD muscles. I got a few vids up. Supercharged HC 392. Supercharged Hellcat 392. Doesn't make. Clarify on that, please. Yes, he is a teacher. Yes, his teacher drives a Shelby. Demon Durango said.
We got another person talking about Justice 6 beating the demon. We didn't. Did you see anything from the demon guy? He said it was modified, and it was on slicks or something.
I got a little upset and stopped watching.
All right.
No,
That does happen.
I knew it was going to happen. First of all, he wouldn't post it. I don't think he would post it if he lost. Do you think he would post it?
Yeah. No.
But so as soon as I saw it, I knew he lost. I was concerned it was me, and I just didn't know I made that video with him.
If you see a demon losing on the
It's
internet,
usually
if
me.
it's not Tunnel Chaser, that's a shocker. So are you upset that wasn't you who lost?
No, it wasn't me. It was. I think it looked like a white.
Was it demonology in there?
Demonology? He won't run the streets, so he says he may have some secret stuff going on.
No, he won't run the streets, and I agree with him because too much to lose. I'm older now, and I don't want to lose my car and my everything. I won't do that anymore.
Yeah. Nothing a good lawyer couldn't get
Unless
you
the
out of it,
money's, unless it's worth it. No,
unless it's gonna make really good
unless
YouTube.
it's worth the views.
Do it for the views, man.
Yeah, I honestly, if I get my Black Mamba boosted, I would take on the demon. I would take your demon on again, or if I find a way to take on the Soul Snatcher, I would make that happen.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
What? Us racing?
Yeah,
Why?
you're just gonna lose. Yeah, but Demonology and Michael Mack are going crazy at my chat. They're really ready to fight each other.
I think they should get a room at this point. We're trying to do a professional podcast here, and you guys are just taking over. But it's all good. Michael Mack just gave it $5.
That's good. Blake MI27 sending some money from the great state of Michigan, buddy. Your state is great. Appreciate
I'll tell you what. Detroit is great. We went to I'm forgetting the name of the event. It escapes me. The Woodward Cruise, the Dream Cruise at Woodward. Awesome event. It's kind of like just a big car show, and everyone's doing burnouts and revving. Everyone has great cars, and it's just a lot of fun. So definitely Detroit. I mean, that's where the Mecca is. One of the things I like about what's happening, by the way, if you don't know, they're moving the Detroit International Auto Show from January to the summertime in a couple years, which is like, duh. So you're not going to be trekking through the ice when the International Auto Show. You're going to be there in the summertime. So
you'll be just pouring in sweat. Wishing
yeah, I mean, but you get to be outside
Yeah.
instead of. Let me tell you something. When we went, me and Incredible Hemi went, and it was freezing, just to see a DG500 that didn't debut. We went and saw a Bullet.
You thought it was going to debut.
I thought
Yeah.
we rented a car and I drove 12 hours for a Bullet.
Demon Durango sent some money and said, "Great live. Appreciate that. Thank you so much." And check out.
Wait,
Demon
I
Durango.
think I remember Demon Durango. I was driving one day. He has a Durango with a demon symbol on the side of it. I swear, I remember seeing that on the New Jersey Turnpike somewhere.
You think so? He's in New York, I believe, so that's possible.
And I
believe
was
he's
gonna
in
make one of those videos where people I'm like, really? And that might be his car. Maybe I'm totally off base, but you know.
Send it, Steve. Yes, Send it. Steve is in here. Also, I love to drive Demon. Cough, cough, Vince. I'm down, dude. I'm down. I trust you. You didn't crash any of your cars, your junkyard cars yet. No offense, but you're building things up from the ground up. I don't see why I wouldn't trust you with a factory car.
Someone just said I like the black on black wrap. How would you feel if someone copies it? I would be honored. And actually, there's somebody, if you watch my Instagram story, it's happening. As much as people don't like my wrap, there's a lot of people who are fans of it. So get the StangMode special, the top half black wrap, and we could be our own little crew. Demon Durango should be a Demo Rango.
Demo Rango, I like it. Send it, Steve and Mark.
Wow,
and
we just got a Patreon.
Did we?
Thank you so much, Switch 007. Someone's gonna make my car. He's gonna make my car in Horizon 4.
We actually have a special thing going on for the Patreon. We're just not going to discuss that right now, right?
Yeah. Again, this is all new, and as we record about 3 or 4 episodes, we're gonna have these available for downloadable podcasts. But in order to do that, if you support the Patreon, you can get a lot of behind the scenes footage that no one really would be able to watch on YouTube.
We gonna mention anything else that we're gonna do? Or is that gonna be secret for right now for the Patreon guys?
Well, you can go ahead.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, I just didn't know how you felt about it. So for the Patreon, we don't have the details sorted out yet, but there will be a special number for Patreon supporters that they can call in, and there's going to be, details that we'll discuss later and put up in the Patreon, and you'll be able to call in, speak, and
voice your opinion.
Yeah, and call in when there's guests on and things like that, which will be really cool. We got to keep an eye on the time for 8 o'clock for Mike.
Yeah, we're getting close. Just to give an update, it is about 13 minutes and counting till we should have a clock up till this Mr. Street Speed calls in. Yes, just to open up that conversation a little bit more in depth, we're going to do something special for our special Patreon supporters that we would like to hear your voice on the podcast. So we're going to try to figure out how that's going to work. But what we'll do as we open this stuff up, we'd love to hear from you guys and give yourself an opportunity who do support this podcast to have your voice heard, even beyond the chat, and to come on the channel. So it'd be really neat.
Send it, Steve, and Family Cruisin' are literally in my chat scheduling videos together, like what they're going to do together. And also, Demotic Speed sent us some money. Thanks for letting me drive your demon.
Someone just said define criteria for Patreons. Basically, there's a link in my description. You would sign up for like $1 a month, $2 a month, even $5 a month, and you would be a supporter of the podcast, and we'd be able to give you content, and also we'd be able to let you have your voice on this.
And I'll be able to drink more beer.
Yeah, it's only for the beer, really.
Yes.
But we'll go from there.
Family Cruisin' says if he signs up for
you.
Patreon, will you go hatless? I think we should have a premium, like a top membership, where I'll go hatless and you'll shave your beard.
Well, also, that will happen, but you also get early access to our YouTube videos as well.
Well, your YouTube.
Well, yeah, my YouTube videos.
I'm working on it.
So, for example, a lot of people are asking me what the new horsepower level is with the headers. I have that video ready to go. It's going to probably release probably Thursday or Friday or Sunday. I want to do some extra videos to try to make it like it's just a 6th level and extra editing. But if you're a Patreon, you could see those. You could see that content ahead of time. But
Send It Steve says he can't wait to be on the podcast so I can drink a lager. So that means that's official. That means he's going to come here.
Yeah. I have never. What does his car run? I don't even know much about his car. I know it's orange.
He was the first person I raced in the Demon. So the Demon I got at first drag race was the call out. I went there. Send It Steve. I didn't know him at the time. He ran. So we both go down, and I was happy. I was happy as hell. I forget what my time was. It was probably like high 10s or something, but or low 11s, and I was still very happy. And I remember coming up, and I hear him through the window saying, "I gave it a shot." So I jumped out. I'm like, "Did you just say you gave it a shot?" So I was extremely happy knowing that he had a cam Corvette, and he gave it a shot. But right now his Corvette is he just got he's put a new block in there, another cam. I'm not 100% familiar, but I know that he swapped the motor out to another LS variant of some sort with, I believe, a different cam. And I'm sure he'll chime in on the chats and say, but I don't think he has a time on this build yet. He's still working on it.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's difficult is getting your build ready and going from there. Let's see here. Let's read some of the comments. We're closing in on 10 minutes till Mr. Street Speed comes on. Also, if you want us to cover any questions in particular, Street Speed, please get some super chat questions in now. We'll make sure we talk to him about those. If you have some questions for him, try to keep it respectful, and we will ask him. I would hate for you to donate something and leave some kind of derogatory
I will.
thing.
Listen, if you have something mean to say to Street Speed and you want to pay money to do that, I'll ask the question. I have no problem. I'll let him know. But,
we want him to be a repeat guest if we could.
Yeah, but at the same time, you are our donators, so I mean, we have to kind of
Cater to them.
yeah, we have to.
Should we reword it?
No, I mean, as long as it's not like racial or anything, or, I'll be all right with it.
What would we say racial?
I have no idea. I mean, some people can get crazy. Some people think he's a racist.
All-American, good-looking man. Gonna say that. I just got Black Mamba has the best-looking 1810 speed. I agreed 100%.
Yeah. Well, I like how he had to narrow that down.
Mike is y'all's godfather. LOL. Holla, 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 holla. He's like a young godfather.
Yeah.
The
Godfather died and he took over.
We're trying to have a new family business right now with the podcast live stream deal.
Yeah, we want to really cater to, like, the idea is to be involved in everybody's circle to report on this, because the reality of it is that nobody gets to watch all the videos, knows what everything's going on.
You can't.
And we want to be able to start delivering that. And this is only our second episode, so that's going to come. We're going to have much better everything. It's just
we're going to have Mod to Fame, Speed Alex 731. There's going to be a lot of people that we work with, talk to, that are going to have on this. Our goal is
it's just a 6.
It's just when we hang out, that's basically what we talk about anyways. So let's all hang out together, and we want this to be like the one-stop shop for car YouTube hangout conversations about the car world, the YouTube car community, your builds, and just things that go on. And we'll talk about everything. Nothing's off the table when it comes to transportation. We'll talk about Tesla. We'll talk about not just domestics. We'll talk about foreign cars, which I don't know anything about. So I'll just have to pull up something on Google if we talk about anything like foreign. Like, when's the new Supra coming out? I don't know.
But I just realized who Dominic Speed is.
Who?
Shabazz.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he said, "Thank you for letting me drive the Demon." I just realized. Yeah.
Our sponsor's checking in. Thank you.
He's checking in, making sure that everything's going good.
Venom
and that we're mentoring wholesale blades, and that you can buy stun guns and things like this Negan bat.
Beard and Cars said Venom. That's right. Venom is coming.
Beard and listen, guy. I love the name. I love that you have a channel that you've been working on all the time. But every time I'm watching your nostrils. You gotta watch the dude's videos. Go check out his videos. Go subscribe. Do whatever you gotta do. But he's always filming nostril up. If I did that, there would be a caveat of a giant hole because my nostrils are so big. I need some straight on face of that giant manly beard you got. You and him got some competition for a beard.
We should have a beard competition.
Did I lose audio? Everyone good? Beard competition? That's not gonna. It takes me 8 years to grow a beard that you would have in 6 months. How long did it take to get that beard?
I started growing the beard when I bought the 2018 Mustang GT. That was in November of last year, and I trimmed it a little bit because it was getting a little out of control. But then I said, "Let's keep going. Let's keep growing it," and that's where we've come to. So I may cut it eventually one day, but for now. The tan Santa Claus is here to stay. People call me that in the comments. They said, "Don't take it weird, but you look like a dark Santa Claus." And I said, "Listen,
Santa Claus that was on vacation."
I said, "Hey, let me tell you something.
You can pass for the Santa Claus down in Miami.
I could.
Yeah.
I'm the Jamaican Santa Claus.
If he's missing in the wintertime, it's not because he can't do anything with his car. It's because he's out there in Miami doing Christmas.
Beard and Cars building a lot of fun stuff. Mod to Fame keeps saying, "Are we doing a track day?"
Bearded Cars said $5 Venom, $2 kills, $2 demons.
Venom kills demons. By the way, my shirts. No, we're getting hoodies.
I heard you sold out of those.
Yeah, the hoodies are coming out. The link is in the description. We're gonna because it's getting cooler, and you can mess with your Mopar buddies and wear that as we get ready. I'll be wearing it next week, so it's all good.
Yeah, Fish Sticks. We'll have a live call in a couple of minutes. Actually, we're going to be calling Mike and then we'll just go from there. See what happens.
Yes, we have 5 minutes and counting till we have Street Speed 717 coming.
I'm actually going to turn to the side for a second and prep the phone.
Yes. I'm getting a chance to talk on my own. This is what I waited for. I've been waiting to push him out the way so I can really talk to you guys. Let's go. Have you covered the Helion Sleeper Kit yet? The Helion Sleeper Kit is something that I haven't covered because I don't know anybody with it. But my tuner, Palm Beach Dyno, Rob Shoemaker, they're one of the first ones that are working with it, and it is insane. It is crazy, and I can't wait to possibly review that one day or give you some details on it. I think there are a lot of 18 Mustangs who will be doing that because it's actually a lot cheaper of a kit compared to the regular Helion and not even Roush and Whipple kits. So also, of course, the Black Mamba is still getting the Vortec kit. It's coming. We're just waiting for some things. I'm going to try my best, guys. I'm working hard to get the Vortec in, so we'll see what happens. Once we get that Vortec installed, we'll do everything with it again. Driving review, install, dyno, drag strip, top speed, all that good stuff. And I'm so excited. I'm excited for this, but I don't think you know how excited I am for the dyno numbers that I'm going to have to give you coming up. And I think it's going to actually explain why a lot of people have called the Black Mamba the Hellcat Killer. Basically me. That because you'll see the power. You're going to see what she runs. Ford underrated this bad boy so much. And just with 3 modifications, JLT cooler intake, 85 tune from Rob Shoemaker, and these catless headers from Texas Speed, it's going to be crazy. Regular guy garage. I'm going to hit you up. I know we've been teasing, and we need you. When the Vortec comes in, I'll be hitting you up, brother. Regular, I can't say it fast. Regular guy garage has had a boosted Mustang, a boosted Camaro. He's done all his own work. Check out his channel. But we're going to solicit his help when the Vortec comes in.
We should actually try. Well, I can reach out to Regular Car Reviews and see if we can get him on. If you guys know who that guy is, that'd be amazing. That dude will just fart on the channel pretty much nonstop. I only said that because you almost said it in his when you were talking about the other guy's name. Beards and Cars. Sorry about the nostril shots, brother. It's all good. Just try to do the camera face forward. But go check out his channel and let him know that I sent you. And you appreciate the nostril shots. You were saying?
I'm just having a great time taking over the podcast by myself. That's what I'm saying.
You can.
This is really.
Go ahead.
If Tunnel Chase is ever sick, this best really.
You wouldn't be able to figure out how to start the podcast.
I wouldn't know what to do, but I'd probably sit here by myself for 3 hours and talk. It's what I do anyways.
No, nobody's on tonight.
Yeah. I am not getting the big YouTube
Guys,
checks.
Can we all just, everybody in my chat and his chat, can we all just agree that we should do this at least twice a week?
The
super.
What are we doing? Super chat twice a week?
No, the podcast, the live feed. Does everybody agree with it? Does everybody enjoy this? Does everybody like it? Just leave a comment below. Also, to bring that up, I wanted to bring up, I would love for you to post a questionnaire Q&A or something on your Instagram and see all of your Mustang fanboys would suggest me keeping the Demon, modding it, making more videos, or just getting an 18 like everybody else.
All right. Let me just say something about everyone getting 18 Mustangs. I touched base on it last week. You can get an 18 Mustang, but if you don't have the passion for Mustangs, it doesn't come across the screen. Because if you're doing it for the views and because you think it'd be fun to make a really fast car, but you don't like Mustangs, we can sniff you out, okay? The Mustang community will know, hey, this guy doesn't really love Mustangs the way he does. He's doing it for the views, and he'll get out of it. And I wouldn't say fanboys. We're Mustang blood. Like, Mustang people come in all shapes and sizes, sexes, male, female, kids, older people, and we can sniff out a fake Mustang guy from a mile away. So it is definitely, this is in my DNA. You're never gonna see me ever. I'll review them, but I'll never jump ship from Mustang because I just love it, and it's just something I would. It's my escape. I love being in a Mustang. I feel like I'm at home. We got coming up shortly. I keep giving Mustang love. We got the Corvette King coming up. Street Speed 717.
This is why we need two cameras, so we can just cut to you. What's up, man? I'm gonna put you on. Give me one
Okay,
second.
we got Mr. Street Speed 717, the basically king of buying the hottest cars, modding them, doing videos with them, and awesome content. Great guy, a lot of fun. Thank you so much for him coming on. And Vin is getting him set up now.
I think he is set up. Mike, you there? Street Speed? He's not set up.
All right, we're still working on his audio, but Street Speed is here. So please do look forward to that conversation. He's going to talk about the call out. He's going to talk about his grandpa build, who he plans on racing, and the future of his channel and his ideas about the C8 and even the GT500. And we will go from there. We're getting a what's up, buddy. Everyone's saying what's up, buddy.
Mike, you there? Did you hear us?
I hear it's all love. I can hear.
Give me a second. Hold on. Mike is still not. It's not coming through. You gotta.
I think I hear something just happen. Are you there, Mike?
He can hear us, but we're having issues hearing him.
This happens with a lot of Mopar guys. When it comes time to the lights to come on, they have a little bit of issues. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, Mike, just if you can hear me, give us a second. This is yeah, I'm hearing.
All right, so again, this is my time to shine. we already know in the chat we cannot hear Mike yet. Vin is working on it. We're gonna get there. For those people who have to peace out because they have to get to work, please definitely, this will be available for you to watch at any time by by midnight or tomorrow morning. So yes, we know that we can't hear Mike right now, and we're trying to get that worked out. So please bear with us. But in the meantime, Demonology said go old school and turn the speakerphone on. We might have to do that. That's okay. We'll figure it out. All right, go ahead.
Mike, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me yet?
Yeah, we can hear you. We're just kind of going old school with the speakerphone.
If you guys can hear Street,
You got me on.
yeah, if you guys can hear Street Speed, let me know in the comments pretty well.
I'm gonna yell like really loud when I talk. I'm gonna talk real loud. Don't worry.
All right, now that's perfect. Let's see. You can hear him. Okay, good. We got him, but it's barely. So we just need him to just scream his head off. First of all, thank you so much to Street Speed 717. He's up and coming YouTuber. So please go and check out his channel. He's growing, and
I just hit 1,000 subs.
Where are you at now? You're almost at what? 800,000. Right?
He's closing in. He's gonna be at 1 million soon. The way he's going.
Yeah, like 760 something thousand, I think.
That's close to our 4,000 and 30,000, I guess.
Hey, you know what? We all start somewhere, man.
Hey, I just wanted to give you. We were talking about you earlier and kind of just singing your praises about how you work with channels who are starting from the bottom, and you've always been open to people and they're trying to get in this game. So definitely appreciate that. It's not easy doing YouTube as much content that's exciting to watch on a daily basis is not an easy thing. And just wanted to say, you've inspired a lot of us, and it's really awesome to have you on the show, and we're excited about it. And just keep up the great work. I think I watched every video until what was it? When did I start watching? Oh yeah, when you beat me. when you beat me in Mexico. I needed some time to lick my wounds there.
So Mike, we have a.
I appreciate you guys having me on for sure.
No, we appreciate you being on. I mean, we're just the small fries, But We
don't matter.
we have quite a few questions for you if you got a little bit of time to spare. You want to go ahead?
Yeah, I got some time. I'm actually editing tonight's video. I'm taking a little break, though. I got some time. So, throw them at me.
You want to go ahead?
Yeah, so can you give some more information about the call out that everybody knows about, but no one's kind of, we watched your video, say you've said it's happening, guys, it's coming, but there hasn't been that official announcement, if you will, like what's going on with that good stuff.
So Steve and I are working on doing a call out video because he's the one doing most of the shit talking this time around. He's shit talking John Doc and everybody.
Yeah.
So we are gonna make a traditional like call out style video like I've done in the past, and that'll be coming out soon. But basically, it's October 20th, Saturday, October 20th, and it's at Maple Grove Raceway here in PA. It's about an hour from me, and that's basically it. And same thing as before. You know, all the same stuff that people really loved. But this time also, I just basically said, fuck it this time. You know, anybody who wants to race can race. They just pay $100 at the gate. And that's making it real simple for everybody.
I wanted to touch base on that because you keep mentioning within Instagram and on your videos, people are complaining that it's $100, and the reality of it is when you rent a track, you know, after like 10 cars, it's like $200-$250 for additional cars that come on. $100 is nothing for a private track.
Yeah. I think some people maybe didn't, and it's partially my fault too because I didn't really explain it. Like, it is a private rental. And obviously, like, you know, the YouTubers who I call out and invite, like, they all get in for free, so, which, you know, I appreciate them coming and, you know, having a good time and hanging out for the day. But, yeah, I mean, the $100, basically, the cost to rent the track is $8,000 plus expenses like prep, depending on how many times you have to prep the track to the 8th and that kind of stuff. So it's, you know, the $100 basically is just to try to make my money back. Mm-hmm. But yeah, and I feel like $100 is not, like, because I've done a bunch of racing events, like I said in my most recent video, Beast Coast Shootout, the Slipstream events at Pocono, you know, the Want to Go Fast events, and they're all a lot more than $100. So I'm really not trying to
and if you guys
trying to rip people off.
And if anyone's ever been to the call out, you know that when you race, you get to race back to back. It's nothing like going test and tune night. You can just go all day long.
Absolutely, yeah. Like I mean, as you saw last time, and you guys know, like, it's literally as many times as you want without a wait at all.
Yeah.
And is that what you're racing? Is going to be if you can talk about Project Grandpa, and if you're racing the McLaren, both? What's going on?
Yeah, so Grandpa's finished. I mean, well, it's finished without the turbos.
The engine's in. We got to get him out to the shop. We got to get this twin turbo kit fabbed up. It's going to be close. You know, I think he's going to make it, but it's going to be close either way. I will be running my McLaren there, and it's most likely going to be my 720. So even if Grandpa can't make it, which I'm like
I love
90%
that.
sure he's gonna, but just worst case scenario, if Grandpa can't make it, I still have a 720 to run, which should, you know, put up a good fight to a lot of cars.
What are you hoping that Grandpa, if it makes it, runs? What is your guesstimate on that?
I mean, somewhere around, like, it's going to be my first time ever dragging the car with that type of power. So if I can run like mid-9s and get consistent with it and start really cutting down times, I'd be super happy with that.
Wow, that's going to be a fast baby.
Yeah. I was thinking more like he's trying to get those high 8s.
Go ahead.
Eventually high 8, but I don't want to set my sights. I don't want to be unrealistic and disappoint myself. So.
I actually want to talk about that. You know, you're talking nonchalant about like, it'll probably be my 720. How does that feel, man? Because you've mentioned many times how you've kind of came from nothing, you and your mom struggling, and now you're buying a 720. You have a 570. You're deciding whether you're going to keep a 600 that's possibly coming in. Like, what is that like for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome, you know, and just living a lifestyle of doing stuff with cars has been a complete dream come true for me. I mean, something I used to watch Top Gear as a kid, and I've talked about this in the blogs before, but like I used to watch Top Gear as a kid, and I used to think to myself, like, man, if I could have a job just fucking around with cars, wouldn't that be the coolest thing ever? And as life turns out, you know, here I am.
You got a job fucking around with cars.
Yeah, I mean, it's unreal. The opportunity that YouTube and the internet has given me and is able to give people every day. It's like we're really lucky to live in these times. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm just super appreciative that people enjoy my content. They watch it, they like it, and I try to make stuff people like.
Now, if you had the money to do it, but it wasn't for YouTube views, would you still buy cars the way you do?
Yeah. I mean, all the cars that I buy.
Something that you love?
I mean, content does come into
It's a horrible
play.
question.
I thought it followed up a nice
Some
follow-up
degree.
question.
But I mean, yeah, I would still every car that I bought, I would still buy regardless.
Yeah. Well, that's the reason I asked that is because you say in your videos, like, hey, listen, you're like, F it. I don't really care whether people watch or not. This is the car that I want. This is the car I love. This is the car I'm going to drive.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, that wasn't horrible.
Here's the thing: is that like you'll have YouTube comments, as I'm sure you guys know. You'll have YouTube comments that tell you to do one thing, and you could do that thing, and you won't get any views.
Yeah.
And you won't, and then people lose interest or whatever. And Doug DeMuro actually just talked about this when he got his Ford GT, which is freaking awesome. It's cool to see him get a supercar like that finally. I was waiting. I was wondering what he was going to buy, but
That's amazing.
Well, that's what we were talking about. We were saying that if you listen to the fans and not your heart, what happens is you try to cater to what the fans want, but not what you want.
And then the content comes off
The content
crappy.
comes off not genuine because your heart's not in it. And we were talking about a lot of people buy the hottest car at the moment, but they're not really, let's say, the C8 is coming out. There's going to be a ton of channels who get C8s with the intention of
making views.
Maybe Tunnel Chaser will to say, hey, listen, I want to be a Corvette guy all of a sudden, but when your Corvette's in your DNA, you know what I'm trying to say? Which leads me to my question. I've heard, and I will completely be crying myself to sleep, that you are possibly looking at the Shelby GT500 coming out. Can you talk about that?
Oh, I am. Yeah, I'm very seriously watching what Ford is doing, and like back when I got the Hellcat, like that car was a lot of fun. That car was sick,
Mm-hmm.
and not that a Hellcat and a GT500 are the same thing, but I would totally be down to try something different again and just have fun with like an American muscle car for sure.
Everybody loves when you have Mustangs on your channel. I know you've seen the numbers.
I know.
His
Right.
actual
For some reason, like when I have a Mustang on the channel, it gets views. I don't know why.
He also
Because Mustangs are the most popular. I'm be real with you. Of course, I'm biased. Mustangs are the most popular American muscle car.
I would agree.
They just are.
It's because they're so cheap.
By far,
Yeah.
But also, he did have a $50,000 base model truck on there that got like 400,000 views, and he talked about it for.
Well, it's about having vehicles that the everyday guy can attain and making it awesome. I think that
people like that.
people,
Yeah.
people like that. I think that's also good.
Well, I'm saying that he can also just go ahead and get a different truck and do just as well as opposed to a Mustang.
Well, again, his heart has to be in it. My only thing, if he gets a GT500, my question is, he'll probably turn Mustang. It happens to people. They get the Mustang. We just talked about RP Productions got a Mustang. A lot of people get Mustangs.
I
Go ahead.
was literally just thinking about RP Productions when you were saying that.
Yeah, because he went Camaro. He had the older Corvette, and now he has the 18 Mustang like me.
He had the Hellcat too.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, the Mustang, there's something about it. And my other question, go ahead.
The new platform is really good too. That S550 it's a good car.
Yeah, and it
It's-
easily takes mods.
It's an awesome car for the value. That's what I would like to say.
I didn't want to touch base about what happened with us at the North Carolina call out. If you don't know, it's kind of what helped put my channel a lot larger on the map, was taking down, at least off the line, and the 8th mile, was the Black Mamba on E85 versus the in the comments. There was a ton of stuff. It was on Late Model Mayhem. There was a lot of feedback on that. So I wanted you to kind of expand more upon your side of the story, because I think I bragged about it enough, but I wanted to give you the floor to say what happened.
That's all good, dude. That's good. That's like I told you. If I was going to lose that race, that's awesome, and you deserve to brag about it. I think the one thing about the ZR1 that's kind of funny is that I think people, there's no doubt it's a fast car, but I think people feel like it's a lot faster than it is. Like when I lost almost every car I went up against.
Yeah.
Out. Number one, I was on street tires on a 20-inch wheel. It's not going to launch. It's not going to hook. I was spinning. Not that have high hopes for the car. But even if I did have a good launch, it's not that fast of a car. Like a stock Huracan is still faster than a new automatic ZR1. Like my 570 was significantly faster than a ZR1. So they're really, it's like people see the horsepower number. I think they see 755 horsepower, and they just have that number in their head. But it's really not that fast of a car.
Gotcha. And you drove that car from home to North Carolina and back as she stood, correct? A lot of people I was trailered in, I'll be honest. A lot of people were.
Yeah, I drove it there that morning, like 500, almost 500 miles there, and then raced it and then drove it back.
Yeah, and I think also we were talking about everyone gets mad about the Demon losing on the street. It's made for the drag strip, and the 01 is made for the racetrack, not for the drag strip. So you have different tools for different reasons, and I wanted to get your position, if you wouldn't mind, and it's up to you if you want to answer. But when you said in one of your Instagram posts, because it got a lot of heat, not a lot of heat, but a lot of conversation, was what happened between you and It's Just a Six with some of the stuff about your race and how that happened. Is there going to be a rematch? All that kind of good stuff. Can you speak about that if you don't mind, or?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, number one, it'd be cool to do a rematch for sure. Obviously, I think Steve is planning on calling him out to come to this call out, and he's more than welcome. Like everybody, basically, you know, anybody who's been at a previous call out or anything, like they're automatically on the list. Now, the only thing is that, you know, I totally get it for some people. Like I believe he lives in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Now that's a long way away, so like I totally get it. You know, people. And I know Demonology too lives pretty far away.
Texas. He'll just call him. He'll come and borrow something.
It'd be cool for people to come out, but if they live really far away, I don't expect them to make the trip, even though like it would be awesome for sure. So I'd be down for a rematch, especially now I think his car is making like 1,000 horsepower or something. I saw a video.
Crank.
So
it's crank.
I mean that should be really good.
It's a good old crank horsepower.
Well,
so is it wheel or crank?
No, it's crank.
Crank, yeah.
It's 800. It's 800 something wheel, and that's you know the good old crank horsepower. That all.
YouTube clickbait.
Makes good YouTube titles.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. If you were ever, you have to learn how to clickbait better, because if you didn't know that 1,000 horsepower is crank, then someday you'll get there. You'll get there, Mike.
Yeah, don't worry. You'll eventually have the skills that we have as YouTubers.
To put that down in. So that's exciting. Who in particular do you want? Are you gonna race whoever, or is there anybody you particularly want to race? Are you at the call out?
No, I'll race. I mean, just like at that call out, even if I know I'm gonna lose, like I'm the type of person who races anyway.
Agreed.
So I'm down. You know, anybody who comes up to me and says they want to race, I'm down to do it. You know, so
Mike,
whoever's there, like it's my event. The least I can do is race people. Like I'm never going to be the guy who's like, no, I'm not going to race. Like because you know, I get it. People want to make the video of beating my car or whatever, and that's totally cool. So I'm not opposed to that, even if I know I'm going to get shit on.
Yeah, just to talk about
I'll race anybody.
Yeah, Mike's cool like that, because when we were driving the 18, you know, people like rev by you to like. Most of this is a challenge. That's people. Mike's like, hey, what's up? People are. He's like, that's just hey, buddy. Like if you rev it at Mike driving around, he actually takes it as a compliment. Whereas a lot of people think, oh, you revving at me? You trying to race? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, there's always people out there who can't appreciate like other car enthusiasts, and they think that their shit's the best. But it's like, dude, we're all just fans of cars.
What about changing the name as a call out? Because I know you got crapped on before for not having the time to race someone in particular, and a lot of people gave you crap for that. But you know, as the title YouTube call out, it's kind of like you're calling people out to race them specifically, as if like you want to race that person to prove a point.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's all for fun.
The more appropriate name, and what I was thinking of, maybe just like the YouTube drag racing, or like the YouTube drag race, or something like that, because I think some people, I think the vast majority of people understand that, like, even though it's a call out, it's all for fun.
Yeah,
you know, it's never serious. But then there are some people who think maybe that it is like a serious thing, but it's definitely not. You know, it's all just for fun.
Yeah.
So
And that's the
drag
mentality
race
you have
is
to have. A lot of people come there really.
Oh yeah,
aggressive.
people come out there really crazy, thinking how they're going to destroy Michael Mack in particular and Demonology. They're ready to take everybody out.
This is their, they wake up.
This
and
is
go
their
to
Super
sleep.
Bowl,
This is
man.
it. This is
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
But I have to ask a question. I told anybody who sent a super chat and wanted to ask Mike a question, no matter how dumb it was, I would ask. And Family Cruisins sent a super chat saying, "Mike, will you marry me? I will have your babies."
Oh, absolutely.
There you go.
Now he has a Viper, so yeah, dude,
it's a given.
we'll
It's
tie
tough.
the little cans to the back of the Viper and drive off into the sunset. I'm down.
Any other questions? For
Yeah,
me?
somebody asked me, does Mike work on legs?
Do you do a leg day?
Do you do leg
I have a
day?
follow. I have
Do
another.
I do leg days?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. Last leg day I did was, I think, 2013.
Totally
I
agree.
haven't looked back since.
Me and Stang, we haven't had any day. Of
No,
anything.
my leg days quit. Like
Yeah.
when I was Mike's age at 25, and I had my V6.
Speaking of which, how much do you bench, Mike? That was a question I've heard before.
How much do I bench?
Yes.
Like right now, I'm like 185 pounds right now, and I'm benching the like 280s, like 285.
So you're 285, you said?
no,
Yeah, that's right about where I'm benching right now.
Wow.
Like for reps, I don't know what I could max.
Yeah. So 285 is a lot just to max out. I mean, if you're not even, and you don't know what you're maxing, you're repping 285. That's crazy.
Probably three. I could probably do 305 one time. I did. Oh, actually that's not true. A month ago I did do 305 or two. But I've never hit 315 though. I've never hit 3 plates, which has always been a disappointment.
Well, we're gonna have a YouTube call out for maximum.
yeah, we gotta do.
maximum
We're gonna
reps.
set up. We're gonna set up the good old weights and go from there.
Yeah.
YouTube call out Planet Fitness.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes.
We gotta do something.
And then we'll have Uber rides out front in supercars.
Yeah.
What else? What else? do you have
Someone
for him?
said, "What color is Mike's 600 LT gonna be?"
I haven't revealed that yet, so I can't. That's one question I can't answer on the stream.
Only one question.
So basically, stay tuned to his channel because he's gonna reveal that. I know it might get wrapped or not. We'll see. We'll go from there. I'm curious about. I just want to get back to the Shelby GT500 questions because hey, that's my wheelhouse, and if the biggest YouTuber in our area is gonna get one.
He is worried that you're gonna take all his views. Man.
I'm trying to build something here. He's gonna just stomp it down like a bug.
Well, then I guess I can't.
No, you get it because I would look forward to watching your content. The moniker, I don't know, I'm sure you've heard, or maybe you haven't heard, the Venom Kills Demons phrase that came out of Ford's kind of marketing camp, but then was quickly retracted. But us Mustang guys are using it as our calling card. What is it going to be to make you get a GT500? Is it going to have to be faster than a Demon? Is it going to have to be faster than a ZR1? What is the selling point to get someone like you out of the camp of Corvette into something like the unicorn we're calling the new Shelby GT500?
I would say it doesn't necessarily have to be faster than a Demon or faster than the ZR1 or have a certain horsepower number, but if it's a combination of the good car that I know, like the GT350 is, and how good of a sports car that is, with some crazy power, and if it's I'll have to see. I'll have to see. But if it's the right combination of good things in the car world, then I'm definitely down. Which I think I have high hopes for it. I really do. So I think it's going to be very possible.
If Street Speed gets a GT500, I probably will stock him.
Showing up at his, can I drive it now?
I'm like, it's crazy. I was in the area. What are the odds? I'll be at the local Chick-fil-A.
Mike, I have a question from Demonology. He says, I will race, well, not a question, more of a comment. I will race Project Grandpa with a 2-second dial-in.
I'm down to race Demonology. That's actually I did plan on actually calling out Demonology. So
well, Demonology's not going to be able to make it with his vehicle. So if he comes, Demonology, you got to start donating a lot more money if you want to drive my car at the call out because
yeah, Demonology.
that is back-to-back runs. That is hard to.
Can you rent demons from like Enterprise?
Eventually,
can Demonology just start renting cars because he can't bring his car up?
You can find one on Turo.
Mod the Fame says that's actually not a bad idea. Maybe I should throw one
Yo,
up on Turo.
I'm gonna come with a McLaren then.
Mod the Fame asks, which do you find more fun, Mexico or the drag strip?
I like Mexico. And it's one of the reasons why I do so much racing in Mexico is just because, like, the drag strip, it's such a fucking hassle.
That's what we were
I
saying
can go to
earlier.
Mexico and it's 5 minutes and it's just endless fun, you know?
Yeah.
What happens? What's going on, Mike? I spoke to you this before, man. What about building your own drag strip somewhere?
Yeah, right. Let me get the fucking... I mean, the property would be easy to buy, but the insurance would be...
Oh, well, it's your own private Mexico, though.
Yeah, I mean, I could just make, like, theoretically, it'd be a big driveway, then I can do whatever I want.
There you go.
Yeah, the problem in Mexico, for the adrenaline rush is there and it's fun, but the problem with the drag strip is you're sitting there 5 hours for 3 pulls.
I know.
And it's
that's, like,
gosh.
the biggest thing about the call-out events is that, like, I've always wanted it to be an environment where you can run as much as you want, and I've always loved that because I fucking can't stand going to the drag strip, doing one run, and then sitting for an hour and doing another one.
Yeah. If you could even do another one, if they don't shut you down or they have some other event going on.
Or heaven forbid someone spills oil on the darn thing.
Yeah.
And
It is horrible.
oh, it is painful.
Mike, I know you need to go, so I'm not going to hold you up anymore.
He just kicked. He wants you off the phone.
Yeah. No, Mike.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't.
We were having a good time. What's up with that?
Well,
man?
Mike, I'm down for you to
Ben
stay,
was like,
but
"Why
I
don't
know
you
that
get off
you
now?"
mentioned.
I was having a good
Look,
time.
I'm going to be the bad guy when he's like, "Dude, you kept me on the phone for an hour." I said I have X amount
We're
of
having a
time.
good time. You're like cutting the date short here. What's going on?
All right. Keep going with the questions. Listen, I'm out of it now. You're going to have to be the bad guy. Either kick him off or he has to go.
No, I mean, listen, I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. We'll have what we're gonna do, by the way, Mike, is we're gonna have this set up at like after the call out where we'll have a kind of round table with the YouTubers.
Will you join?
To talk about the racing, who won, just talk some fun smack. So
that'd be really cool. That sounds like a great idea.
We'll get like a Knights of the Round Table thing, and we'll have some fun with that. And also, again, when the things like the C8 are revealed, we'll try to get to that event and do a show there, the GT500, and we can call in yourself or other people who are going to be buying that car and say, hey, it's sitting here behind us. What are your thoughts? So there's a lot of fun we have planned. Mike, we is a friend, and we're going to have him on more things as they go live. You know, one of the things we talked about was, let's say the C8 gets revealed, right? Everyone's going to look for Mike's reaction or other cars' channel's reaction. We're probably gonna sit here for 3 hours and talk about it, so we can get Mike's like, hey, yeah, we're gonna. One of the things we also do in this podcast is we order food to end the podcast. So if you do come on the post call out podcast, we'll order whatever Mike wants.
I will make a steak.
Did you say you order food?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
we
know.
eat food to
He's
end the
already
podcast.
planning what we're doing in the future of each podcast. So
oh yeah, I have
he's
everything.
ready to roll.
We're gonna be all over the map here.
Yeah.
We're getting Chinese tonight, right?
Like Chinese it is.
No,
Well, it
Mike
sounds
wants
like,
Chick-fil-A,
it sounds
right?
like it's a pretty good operation so far, so I'm happy to be involved.
Mike, it's all tunnel chaser. I just sat there one day after I beat him at the drag strip and I said, listen, I can't keep beating your demon here. We got to figure something where we have some fun because we love to talk about your content, other people's content, cars in general, the YouTube community. One thing we're going to do every week is we're going to feature the most popular video that's happening right now. So it could be a race with you at Mexico. It could be someone's horsepower number, things of that nature, and we'll feature that. But basically, that's kind of what we have planned. And this has been. I gotta give credit to Tunnel Chaser. He's put all this. If you're watching and you do see this, it looks like we're at some burlesque house.
Mike, have you seen it? Have you looked at it?
Have I looked at it?
Yeah. Have you watched the live feed? Have you watched our?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can barely hear now. Maybe I don't.
You need to flip it towards the mic. You need to
I
flip
think
the
that's
phone.
what you said. And I've seen it.
Okay. So you.
Flip the phone towards him. towards the bottom of the microphone. Yeah, no, basically we're gonna get car stuff in here right now, but it looks like something out of like we're like palm reading or something right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's just
It's what
it's
we.
a nice background. I think it's warm and inviting.
It's very romantic. I when I walked in here, I said, "Vin, what are you trying to do to me? I didn't know this is that kind of a live stream."
It was definitely
Well,
short
dude,
notice.
he's trying to diddle you, dude. So you better be careful.
Yeah,
What
I think
happened to me?
we're gonna move
Whoa!
towards.
Whoa!
Oh,
Whoa!
We're getting some
What
exclusive-
exactly happened? Go ahead, explain that
exclusives.
in detail, Mike. What are you talking about?
How PG do I have to keep it?
You can go as
It's a
far.
live stream. It don't
Yeah,
matter.
man.
I was gonna say. I mean, the last time I walked in, last time I spent any time with Vin, I thought I was in the Catholic Church, and like it was.
That's so messed up, dude.
I agree. Vin is he's very affectionate. So we'll
true.
leave it at that. You know.
Two ends of the spectrums. You know, a very handsome, built young man, and then a sloppy, old, hairy guy.
Yeah. Well.
Jesus.
Are we talking about the Catholic
Yeah, I don't
Church,
know.
or are
what
we
the hell's
talking about
going
you
on
and Mike
anymore,
right
but
now?
it's go-
I think we became like we're gonna get crapped on right now. So this is such a touchy subject. We gotta move on from this. We're gonna
Well,
get
there
in
goes
trouble.
all of our viewers. I
Yeah.
ruined it. Sorry, guys.
No,
I
you know
tried.
what? Right now, I want to thank the people. We've had a consistent couple hundred people watching live, and we're gonna have that keep going up. And definitely,
Actually, I'm way up. I mean, I know, Mike, if you went live, you would have 30,000 people watching. But the reality of the situation is when I go from, I had 20 last week to 75 this week, and you're up from last week as well, which means people are actually somewhat interested. And
Yeah, that's really good actually. And now when I go Instagram Live and I only have I'll usually have 7,000 or 8,000. It's really not that many people.
I love how he's like, I only got 7,000 or 8,000.
yeah. That's
People
okay.
Well, I mean,
You're getting there.
bust their
like,
nuts over those numbers.
It's all relative if you have 700,000
yeah,
subs.
yeah,
So it's not. So if you have 75, if you have over 100 people watching, I feel like that's really good.
You got to talk about that, Mike, because there is a weird assessment of you that you're this cocky guy who just, is super rich and that's it.
Yep, that's me, dude.
Yeah, like
Well, I mean, that's the truth.
people, and I had to say this. That's totally the false narrative. This guy couldn't have been. You can meet him anywhere. And he's a cool dude, but I think the misperception is they see the cars but they don't know the work that went into that.
First, Mike is famous in his area. He's probably famous elsewhere, but when you're hanging out with Mike in his specific area, like Hershey or something, we were at a way station, and this lady comes out and she's like, "Oh, my son knows you," and he's like ready to take pictures with everybody, almost like he's the local celebrity.
He drives really fast in real life too, guys. By the way, we were trying to get to the Corvette dealership, and I'm behind him, and he's in the ZR1, and this guy's foot is down.
He was probably just trying to get.
I'm trying to
distance
just
from
keep
you.
up, and he's like la-di-da going really fast. And I'm like, man, I'm sweating. I'm sweating trying to keep up. And we did hang out at I had to roll out. I don't know if you know that story, Mike, but when we did hang out that one time, I had to steal my car from the American Muscle Show to come hang out with you guys and get it back.
All for the views.
And I said, listen.
Yeah, I remember because you were saying you had to go back. You were going back to the show then after.
Yeah, I said.
we were hanging out.
I said I need to go do a video with a really large YouTuber. They're like, who is it? I said Street Speed. They're like, how fast can you get here? I was like, all right, I'm on my way. And then we got there and then we had a good time. And I want to give you credit. You're one of the only ones on YouTube that actually gave a mature, almost Matt Baran, Doug DeMuro review of my car. Everyone that got in it clowns it ooh, I didn't hit any crowds. He
You hang with a bunch of clowns.
He gave a good review. He turned the wheel and was like, oh, okay, the steering's good here. It's fine. It's very comfortable. I was like, this is the only guy that gave an actual serious review, and I appreciated it. Vinny's over there.
Despite what people try to say now, for some reason, people I feel do. I have a McLaren now, so people just think I'm this fucking asshole. But despite what people think, I truly am a car guy. I like all kinds of different cars. So, the things that I said about your Mustang were genuine, and they were just my thought. I mean, you were with me in the car. I don't I don't edit my videos. They're basically unedited because I just say the truth. I say what I'm feeling at the time. So, I enjoyed it, and I think it's a good car, and I never hesitate to point out the things I like about it.
There was one
One of the
comment
things I don't like.
that I always loved, and I read that once on your video where you were arrested on the sand dunes. Somebody said, "This guy lives GTA in real life." He's like, he like has his hot cars, gets arrested, like it's just like whatever.
Detained.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Did they
that's
zip
me.
tie your wrists? What
Stop
happened?
doing so many illegal stuff, like so much illegal shit that like it. Somehow I always just get pulled over.
I want to know, who did you signal to take the picture for the thumbnail?
Yes.
Like, because you know that in your mind you're like, I need somebody to catch a thumbnail right now.
I know, I did. Yeah, and I should have had, like, looking back, I should have just had her record it, but my girlfriend and her friend were just sitting on the curb waiting for my buddy and I to be, like, released because we were fucked. Like, they thought we were, I don't know what they thought we were doing, but it was bad. And she just this is how great she is. She just took it without me saying anything.
Oh, she already.
Wow, that's
she already
Yeah,
good.
she's like, babe, you can use this as a thumbnail. I was like, perfect.
And it was a great thumbnail. I mean, I thought I was like, got it. That's one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is when you get pulled over, to get a good thumbnail is not easy.
Oh,
at all.
I know, yeah.
It's like
it's. I remember I was driving out to Mike's and I capture, like, I'm trying to capture a little picture of the corner of just the lights, and I send it to him like, oh, thanks, Hershey's friggin' wonderful. And all Mike replies with is like YouTube gold or some shit like that.
when I try to get pulled over, I would think that I would. I have tinted windows and license plate. I have the big beard. I'm brown. Don't work.
Yeah.
They love cops are
Mike's
super nice. I
Big
try.
beard, I'm proud, don't work.
It doesn't work. They give me like a thumbs up, like they like the car. Like it's a great time. Like I'm waiting for that gold to happen.
They're worried they're gonna racial profile.
No, they're
So
just
now
great.
Pull over
They're
all the
just great
white
with me.
guys.
They're like,
Yeah,
oh.
well, I get comments like that on my videos that like they'll be like, oh, if you were black, you would have been shot. But it's like, do you guys not see? I've been pulled over like literally fucking 40 times, and I'm like the whitest person you've ever seen. So I don't think they're profiling.
No. I don't. But I did get trouble in Philadelphia for a burnout last year. I did a burnout in a music video, and a cop wanted to impound my car and arrest me. It was a great time. He tried to. They suspended me. Remember I told you guys I was suspended in PA when we went to Mexico. Yeah. Mike was like, "What are you doing at your own risk? Have fun." So I was like,
you remember that?
I was like, all right, let's do it. But of course, they dropped it for like.
Send it Steve's in the chat, by the way. He said he's browned as well.
Send it Steve, my man.
Is he?
Send it Steve is, yeah.
He's a brown.
So I have a question for you. Is Send it Steve doing a lot of the work, or are you guys doing it together? Because people kill me because I don't do a lot of
Mike's doing
work.
Send it Steve is guidance and major repair.
So it's a team build, or
definitely. I mean, Steve's doing a lot of it just because he knows, and I don't know jack shit yet. But I've learned a lot now. So now I can do, like, I mean, I would say, like, if I had to say a percentage of the work, I'd say probably like 70-30, realistically.
Oh wow. That's
but
awesome.
I mean, there's me, like, but then again, for the cam swap, I did the whole teardown of the LS2 by myself. He pulled the rack. But we didn't actually have to even end up doing that. So, I mean, I definitely have done a lot. And like in the videos, I tell people what I did do and what I didn't do and what Steve did and all. But I mean, it's been a pretty cool experience to learn a lot about doing mechanical work and something totally different from what I've been doing before.
Yeah, I've seen the transmission line blow everywhere, and
yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Steve said I catch Mike if he falls.
Supercars of Philadelphia is in the chat. He says he smells a McChicken. Mike, Supercars of Philadelphia, he's the one that bought your 01, right?
Yeah, I don't know. He made a video titled that, I think, but I don't know if it happened or not.
He doesn't know. He's not sure if he bought a 01 or not. No, he ended up buying a Z06 or something, but everybody thought it was your car.
Okay.
Yeah, Tennessee said Mike has impressed me for sure. Wow.
Autoblog's in the chat as well. He said, "I still won, Vince." I don't know. Autoblog.
Autoblog. What are you talking about? The race?
I gotta get in touch with him for the call out too. I gotta get him out.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I've been meaning me and him have to do it again.
Is it ready to go?
he's tuned.
I know he went to Florida or something.
Yep.
I'm not is caught up.
Oh my god, the thing sounds ridiculous right
Is
now.
it?
Yeah.
Well, now are you gonna race in reverse too with him, or just
That's
him again
right.
by himself?
So
Yeah,
Autoblock.
that was hilarious.
Yeah.
I thought he was doing another video like what is it like to reverse in the drag strip? You know how he like throws
You
the
guys,
keys
you guys
out.
should reverse race down the drag.
Oh, that'd be
There
amazing.
you go.
Man.
Great.
Oh, speaking of which, Mike, Maple Grove Raceway, right?
Yep.
Their NHR. I can't. I'm too many beers in.
NHRA what?
Thank you.
License?
Yeah, they're very heavy on the safety and all. What's going on with that? Did you talk to them about that?
Yeah, I mean, every car, it's the same rules as though any track really. I mean, if you're running over 100 miles per hour, you need a helmet. If you're running under 10s, then you need a cage.
Under 10.
Pretty sure it's 4 point under 10. But I think for most of the cars, there's not going to be very many cars running below 10. So
Yeah.
should be
Definitely not.
fine.
But they are
definitely not the
stricter, is what I hear, and that's why I was asking.
Well, safety
They run it.
safety's
I'm just
important though.
stop
I mean,
with your safety stuff.
No,
They
you
run
wanna
a
race,
lot of-
You want to race no helmet? What are you trying
Listen,
to do?
like I said last week, if I run a 10 and smash into a wall, it's the same as if I hit a 9.9 and smash into a wall.
Mhm.
But
What are you planning on doing? Are you like trying to go out in like a like, you're like Mike, how
YouTube
safe
gold,
is it? I
man,
want-
blaze
I
of
want a
glory.
guy
I am
to call
shutting
out.
down the track for everybody. I'm smashing into the wall. I'm gonna be all over YouTube. That's it.
That's what it's
Yeah, I'm
about.
just going to drive straight into the wall on the first run, and that's going to be my clickbait for the day. So that was my plan with the call out.
Run Grandpa right into the wall and be done.
Yeah.
He's
I don't
just-
know how you guys feel
Someone
about
just
it. That's
said
probably
don't.
what I'm gonna do.
Steve said don't SRT mush it. Is he coming, or do you know anything about that?
Mush. The last I heard, his car is still not finished, so
Still not.
he's still under. Unless he's gonna bring that new 2019 Ram that he bought just because I bought an 18 just to show me up.
Oh,
Well,
that's
he's,
right.
he's on the list. I don't know if he's coming or not, but I'd love to have him.
Yeah, so he's like kind of like on the fence. If his car's done, he's ready to roll. Is what I understand.
I just want to repeat it again, guys, because people keep asking me. It's Maple Grove Raceway in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Oh, I said Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, October 20th. So set your dates for that.
Mike, is it? I know we said this earlier, but is this an overnight for you, or are you going right home?
Would this be what? Sorry.
An overnight event for you, or are you staying over?
Oh no, it's only an hour away from where I live.
Yeah.
So I'm
So-
just rolling up in the morning, and it's actually closer to Cecil. I mean, closer to me than Cecil is. So.
Yeah, I think it's actually closer to me too as well. It's like
But
halfway.
Cecil's where you get
between
those really good hero numbers, right?
Maple Grove is Maple
Grove.
Maple
Oh!
Grove. Maple
that's a
Grove
good one.
is a good one. Yeah,
Maple Grove.
it's a big track, a big event track.
Well, that's where they have the American Muscle Show, and they have a lot of really good seating available. There's a lot.
Well, that's
of,
good. You sit in the
Maple
track
Grove
and
is
watch me
an
run.
Awesome venue, like that, and that's why I picked that track because I'd raced there for the Beast Coast Shootout for 2 years in a row, and I loved it. Like the track is super cool, the venue's
Mhm.
awesome, and I was like, it'd be really cool to host a call-out event there. And got in touch with him, and one thing led to another, and here I am, like 6 months later, but it's working out, so I'm pretty hyped.
No, yeah, I think the sight lines are great. A lot of good video. You can see the board really well. When we went to Dunn in North Carolina, it was disappointing to have the 8th mile track, but that track was very sticky. I was even having trouble doing burnouts on it. It was so sticky, so I'm excited. I might actually do some test runs to prep and take Tunnel Chaser with me to go to kind of practice because I don't know that track as well. So I'd like to go there and kind of see what I can do, and we'll see what she does.
Send it. Steve's making fun of me for all my slurring and all the beers I'm drinking.
I'm drinking coffee here, and that's what I'm sticking to it. Do you have a taster
Coffee
here?
and beer.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
and Chinese food. At the
coffee
end.
and beer could be a new car show as well.
Mike, we need a name for this, by the way. Any suggestions?
For the podcast?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know.
Yeah, we're
I don't know.
gonna do about 3 or 4 episodes, then we'll start uploading them to be downloadable on iTunes. But we're still thinking about a name. I like StangMode podcast, but Tunnel Chaser doesn't like that, so we're.
Tunnel Chasers podcast sounds a lot better.
Yeah, I like the StangMode podcast.
Let's have Mike on every week, and we'll just call it Street Speed 717 podcast.
The StangMode podcast with Street Speed.
I should call it Tunnel Mode 717.
Tunnel Mode.
Oh,
717.
Wait, that sounds like a
It does
we're
sound like a
going
little
back
bit
down
of
to
a, yeah.
the burlesque house with that one. What now? I wanted to ask you about your upload times. And that's just sometimes it's like midnight, sometimes 11. Is there any science to that? Because I get asked that question a lot. I usually upload around 7, 8 the next night. Now you just do that because the majority of your fans are up late watching you, or how do you measure that for? I get a lot of people wanting to start YouTube. Does the upload time matter?
I mean, when I was first starting out, I used to really focus on that kind of stuff, and like I used to really try to like upload it at a very certain time. But since I started making vlogs every day, I just upload like for instance, right now I'm editing. Well, I'm on the phone, so I'm not editing. But I'm like, this is my time where I edit, and then whatever time I get done editing is when it goes live. So I try to get it up as early as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it doesn't work out; it ends up being at 1 o'clock in the morning. But I think it's probably better to upload earlier. That way, your video's in the top of people's sub boxes, and they see it right away. Because if you upload it like 3 o'clock in the morning and no one's around to see it, by the time the next day rolls around and they are able to look at it, then everyone else's video is going to be above yours, and you don't want that. But I mean, that's the story. That's the story for me. That's why my upload times are so random. It depends on how that video goes for the day, really.
Your boy Pat is in the chat. He said hi.
Pat Ellis.
Pat, how do you, I don't know, Royale? Is that how you spell it?
Yeah, Pat Roy Bellis. Yeah.
Oh, Roy Bellis, okay. And someone else said, we want to see a road course call out. When's that going to happen? I asked that same question.
Actually, Troy and I are working in conjunction with McLaren Philadelphia on that for the springtime, so stay posted. But that is absolutely going to happen. The reason why I went with the drag race this time, even though I was going to focus on the road courses, is because the road course one is actually a little bit more complicated. So it's going to take a lot more planning, but it is going to happen.
Like that's Pocono Raceway, maybe? That's what I'm just thinking. Or
yeah, I mean, that's one option, or probably New Jersey Motorsports Park.
Which is where McLaren does all their stuff, right?
Yeah. No, that's actually that New Jersey Motorsports Park is really nice. I took a course there.
You still suck.
Yeah, it's actually, you know what, the racetrack is. It deserves a lot more credit. Like, to racetrack drive, the braking, turning, all that kind of good stuff. It's a lot more in depth than just going straight. But I'm a drag strip guy because
Whitmore Corvette, isn't that your dealership?
That's probably Beaver.
Yeah, he said road course as soon as possible.
But you would take the McLaren on the road course, not Grandpa, obviously.
Oh, Grandpa.
The Beaver asked for Chad.
Grandpa says Grandpa on a road course would be amazing. I would love to see.
I think it'd be fun to
Grandpa,
take drag strip cars
the
to
demon,
the road course.
yes, all the drag strip cars at the road course.
Let's just take all the fully built drag cars.
Which one of us can crash first?
Yeah,
that'll be great.
Let's just take all of our heavy drag. Well, I'll take my skinnies. I have my skinnies on.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, if we're racing the drag cars, I'm absolutely racing with the skin. Probably crack a wheel, but I'm still gonna race.
It's gonna be so worth it. Like, everyone now, see, I just got excited. Like, drag strip, fully drag strip. Like, we could drift.
You sure you didn't have any beers?
We could drift. No, I got my wheels are
yeah,
turning.
Mike. What is the rules on that? Like, if you go out, are they going to complain if you drift or not?
Oh, what did you say? Sorry.
That's probably too preliminary right now to like.
Yeah.
You're asking like questions that he probably hasn't.
You literally asked the question. I follow.
It's only
I relayed the question.
Thought out. I don't get along with Ben at all.
The phone fucking, my connection's ass. I'm lagging.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Well, you know what? We'll end on a high note. Like when I beat Tony Facer at the drag strip.
No, you don't. All right. Then we'll end there. But I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question. I was trying desperately to hear it.
It's all right. The whole situation with the phone, we should have
totally
tested it.
Fault.
You know, I'm not normally holding my hand up for 45 minutes against a wall.
I just want to apologize
next time. We'll plan it.
To the viewers and to Mike of Street Speed that Vin really dropped the ball here. You know, but it's okay. Well, we should have tested it out. No, I'm playing with you.
Just blame it on me. I mean, that's usually a safe bet. So it's Street Speed 717's fault, and he's a douche.
I have one question for you because I actually need this advice as well.
Which is?
How do you deal with all the trolls, bro? Because I'm getting them.
All the trolls?
Oh, I'm getting them like crazy. I'm small. I'm like, my gosh. Dislikes. Like, man, people saying the cruelest things. I'm like, man. It's like, what happened to love?
Dude, it's the internet, man. I mean, honestly, like, I'd probably care about it if it didn't. Like, the first, I uploaded the video, like, way back. We're talking 3 years ago.
Mhm.
And it was a video that was, like, it was all positive. And somebody left a comment that just, like, I hope you get cancer. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And
Yeah.
ever since, like, that kind of shit, nothing people say bothers me anymore. Just because, like, I had a video, or here's a good example. I had a post on Instagram on the anniversary of D-Day. And, you know, it was about veterans and the importance of World War II and all that. And it had like 400 comments, and there was one just like awful comment about like how, oh, fuck America and fuck, and like,
Ooh.
I think it was just a troll.
Yeah.
But, like, it doesn't matter what you do on the internet. Like, you're going to absolutely have people that just hate you. So,
Oh yeah, I get.
you can't even worry. Yep, you can't even worry about it.
I get fat terrorists like at least every video. Get that a lot.
Right.
Like, what happened to, like, let's talk about the Mustang mod? You know what I mean? They're like, you know, it just, I guess what you have to do is to anybody, you know, obviously Mike just said you got to have thick skin and work through it. That was for my own therapy. Thank you for answering that. Because, you know, the people out there who do troll, most of them don't have cars, and most of them aren't, you know, putting themselves out there trying to give this a go. So, you know, keep your chin up if you're trying a channel and you're trying to be out there on social media. And I'm getting called out by people I had no idea who they are on Instagram like crazy now. I'm like, man, how does Mike deal with it when you're like quadruple million followers? And I'm like, okay, you just got to just keep moving forward. Now, do you answer comments, or do you just like the first 10 minutes and then you're out?
Yeah, I mean, I usually stick around a video for the first few minutes like that and then answer them. But I used to answer every comment, but now, of course, it gets to be too many. I would spend so much time doing.
Yeah.
Even answering like a tenth of them. But I mean, I read through comments. So I see them all. I see the good, the bad, and it just all comes with the territory.
Oh yeah, you got no, but you know, even though you got some hate, there is some, and I'm a fan too. I mean, there's people who really support what you're doing, and it's great for the car community. I think you're the catalyst for switching on its head the Corvette from an old guy car to like people, younger people, to say, hey, this is pretty cool, because the Corvette, you know, I remember way back. This is how much I watch. Old guy hates my vet. I think it was at like the Corvette at Carlisle thing with your wrap on the C7.
Yeah.
That kind of changed. Like that, I think that video, even though I know you've done so many videos, so I'm sure it's hard to call back on those, but those videos where you had that crazy rap on the C7, you were at like supercars on State Street. Like I went out, but before I even started a channel, I went out and saw your vet way back in it. I had the EcoBoost channel back in the day. I went out and I saw that rap in person. I said, this guy is like doing things that people would never do with a Corvette. Because Corvettes are what? They get waxed and brought out to the car shows by old guys. That was my mentality. Then I'm seeing somebody modify them, put wraps on them, lower them, race them, and then this whole new market came up when I was like, wow, Corvettes are a lot more than that. You know, because like the only Corvettes you saw doing that were like old ones. But you went out with the C7 and kind of were a trailblazer in that, and it's motivating to see people do that, because at the end of the day, right, we're talking about America. Everyone's trying to be their own individual spin on what they have. So when you have a Corvette, you have a Mustang, you have a Camaro, you have a Challenger or Charger, whatever the car may be, it's your own personal way you want the car to represent you. And people say, oh, you know, I just put a half wrap on my car, and it was matte black. I was trying to be safe. People have, like, emailed me death threats. They've emailed me death threats. They're like, I hate you so much for doing what you did to your car.
I saw you answering comments, and I was dying just because, like, somehow people find it's just like we were talking about. People find a way to hate on anything, really.
Yeah, and I think what happens is you want your car to represent you. And hold on, I gotta answer some people are asking questions about your rainbow wrap. Would you ever do that again? Like bring it back? Because that was probably the most famous wrap on the car scene a couple years ago.
It was. I mean, it was wild. I gained like 50,000 subscribers in like less than a week.
Yeah.
After that video went live.
How many?
It was on Forza. It was everywhere. I could not. You saw it all over the internet. That wrap he had on the C7. I think it was the Z06, right?
Z06, yeah.
Yep.
The yellow Z06. That wrap, and it was like psychedelic. It looked like a tie-dye shirt, and I saw it. I was like, he's done.
His YouTube career is over.
I was like, well, I guess he's gone off the deep end. 2 weeks later.
Oh, yeah.
Well, guys, you've hit 300,000 subscribers. So what went into that? If you could talk about that.
I've always been off the deep end, so it wasn't really a far trip for me. So it was a pretty easy transition.
Yeah, because I know you said that you don't care for supercars or sports cars in dark colors. They have to be vibrant and bright, and different colors. And you know, the Dorimex build was huge. Like I still remember you looking at. I remember he's looking at Mustangs, and he was like Roush. Then he went.
Yeah, the Roush, the yellow Roush.
Yeah. Yeah, those things. It's funny how those certain moves make a whole culture. Because those moves, like Tunnel Chaser started to wrap his demon, and then he stopped. He put Tunnel Chaser signs all over it, and then it just didn't fly.
That was only specifically for the ones call out for
because demonologists drive your car.
Yeah.
So would you ever let someone drive your car? Someone just asked me that question, Mike. Why don't you ever let other YouTubers drive your car?
Me? Well, I do. Just not often, just because, like, if something happens to it, I would feel terrible, and then it puts that person in a tough spot, too.
Yeah, one of the things I have done, and I got that advice from an attorney friend, was I made my YouTube channel LLC. Want to talk about that? Because when you're reviewing other people's cars and doing these things, you want to make sure you're protected. So I know you talk about that, Ben.
Yeah, so I mean, as far as having an LLC goes on a YouTube channel, you're just protecting yourself so somebody can't come up to your household and other, belongings.
Assets.
Yeah.
So it's just smart because when someone lends you the keys to their car to review, accidents do happen. So it's important that you realize that you're protected and do those kind of things.
Yeah.
So.
But absolutely.
But back to the question, you letting other people drive the car. My question is, am I going to be able to drive the 600 LT?
Yeah, I mean, you can take it for a spin.
He says yes.
We'll save this clip.
But I have text messages.
So I'm gonna have to do that.
I have text messages of an argument between you, me, and John about the 570, where John had to jump in and say, "I'll let you drive mine."
Oh, I remember that conversation too. I was just fine.
Is that where Street Speed put his fist all the way into your demon hood?
Yeah.
Is it that one?
That was more recently. Yes, he fisted my demon.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That was like, I felt like that was like hard to watch.
Mike, I'm sorry StangMode has drug you out this whole entire time. Are you still good to go, or do you have to roll?
He's given us an hour of his time, which is like...
I'm in an hour. I gotta go edit, I think, now.
Yeah, let him get...
Listen,
Mike,
I appreciate it so much, man.
100%.
Hey, man, I want to thank you all for giving your comments, and just if you give a good round of applause for Mike Street Speed. Yeah. So we'll get some sound effects in.
Yeah, we'll have some sound effects next week.
Check out his latest video where he's gonna let Tunnel Chaser drive his McLaren. 600
600
LT.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
That's the only one I want to do.
Hey, brother, God bless you, man. Keep up the great work. Appreciate your time, man.
Hey, you guys too. Thanks so much for having me, and I'll be back.
Cool, Mike.
Right.
Sounds awesome. Thank you, Mike.
You. All right.
Yep.
Take care, bro.
Later, guys.
Later. Well, wow, despite the phone issue we had, thank you so much to Mike from Street Speed for giving his time. Thank you to Vinny for holding that phone
My
like
arm
a boss
hurts, dude.
for
My
an hour.
friggin' arm hurts. I
That's
wanted to put the
dedication.
beer back in my hand so bad that I had to kick Mike off the phone.
That was awesome. I hope
Mike said,
go
I
ahead.
got 20 minutes. So that's why I was kind of rushing along. I said, you got to go. And he's an hour in. I felt bad.
we're
If he
fun-
doesn't get a
we're-
video up, they're going to come to us and start blaming us.
We're fun guys to talk to.
Well, it was until you started talking. So.
Oh, hey, where's the love? Wow, that was fun. That was the fastest hour. I hope every YouTuber that calls in now, you need an hour at least. Mike set the bar.
The wire friggin' works next time because
We made it work. Thanks to Demonology, he's like, just do old school speakers. I was like,
Mike, we can't do it this time. We can't do it.
I was like, he called in, gave his time in the middle of editing.
Yeah.
Thank you to the Gray for $5. We're gonna move towards as we close in on. We're gonna close on 3-hour mark. We're gonna go to taking your questions in the super chat. Any questions you have regarding our bills, our channels, questions for future guests. Like I've said before, I've been in contact with It's Just a Six, so we're trying to schedule him as well. And the more you guys support this channel, again, just to reiterate, we do have a Patreon, which is in the description, to give you guys special access to actually even possibly have you on the line to speak. It would really be advantageous so we can continue to bring you this content, and it really, really is appreciated. For Mike to give that much time was epic. Go ahead.
White 550 guys, please donate. They need to pay Mike now for the 40 minutes overtime.
Mike, that was completely free. That was his free time.
That was free
gave us,
time.
just
But
so
you can
know.
donate for the overtime just in case it was.
Just so you know. That Tennessee wants to get both of us together.
Oh, that sounds really...
What are we talking about?
Yeah, send it. Come on, man.
Let's this is got. I'm telling you, it's the mood lighting here. Whatever happens behind here, it's really gets you in a different mode. Thank you for all the great feedback we're getting on the comments here. Awesome live chat. Thank you for the people who have hung out. We have over 100 people still watching. A lot of people have given in the super chat. But now is your time to ask questions. Super chat is definitely open. If you have any questions, we'll go with them. Steve said it's the setting. The setting is romantic, but that's what we are.
We got to change this setting. That's another.
I like it, though.
That's another
What's wrong
question
with
we
that?
need to ask people
Should
if we should change
the
this.
setting? Do you guys like it? Can we just hang up like Mustang or Demon sign somewhere here? I don't know. What we'll do is, how about we do this? Coming up, we'll have on the Patreon, we'll have a P.O. box where you can send stuff in.
That'd be awesome.
And we'll hang it up for you and give you a shout out so that we can always. A lot of people love it. A lot of people do like it. All right, so we're getting into the super chat now. So comment away. I'm gonna jump in myself. Chat away. What should we order for our dinner to end the podcast?
You said Chinese.
We said Chinese. What in particular Chinese meal are you thinking? General Tso's?
Well, you said Chinese, so I'm not.
I don't
thinking
know.
anything in particular.
I don't know.
Food and beer. What's up, guys? Got a Oxford White GT Black accent. I want to paint the gas cover, hood, vents. Should I do them gloss black to match accent matte black? Thanks. No. Match. If it's gloss, go gloss. If it's matte, go matte. Don't do StangMode. StangMode's horrible.
Totally coffee off me and it's more fun to make people upset. So Tennessee asked, where's the pod taking place? We're recording episodes right now. So in about 3 to 4 weeks in, we're going to have one formally set up so that when you download the podcast, you can binge here. If you're a truck driver, you were on this job site, you're working in an office, you can just put your headphones in and hear the romantic voice of Tunnel Chaser.
Mm-hmm.
Who we've been told you have a romantic voice.
I can go a little bit more bassy if you like.
That was pretty good.
The world of editing or live streaming. Celeb Morris, you guys are awesome. Celeb Morris, do you do more special guests? We plan to. Every episode we plan to have a special guest to kill an hour's worth of time. And and then we'll just read off comments and talking to you guys. And hopefully, like we said, the Patreon is set up. The link is in his StangMode's channel, and I will have the link in mine as soon as possible. And we're going to try to get you guys to call in and be able to chat with us and other people that are on the show as well.
And also, when you become a patron, you can send us videos that you want to talk about. If there's a video that you're saying, hey, listen, this is blowing up right now on the internet this past week, we'll talk about it. And it doesn't have to be someone from a YouTuber. It could be car news related. It could be something that's happening with an announcement from Ford, Chevy, Dodge.
Boosted Addictions, how you like the Mod to Fame? It's one of my favorite shirts. It fits so well. Okay, Boosted Addictions, check out his channel if you like to see men topless. That dude does not wear a shirt,
Yeah, I
so
don't know
stop lying.
why are you talking about shirts, Dave? He never wears shirts. He shows off the muscles.
The muscles.
That dude is ripped, by the way.
Yeah, you're getting a little gay.
No, I'm saying in a good way.
Yeah,
That's why I had to
there's
do my
no,
car work.
there's
No?
there's no
Is that
straight way
wrong?
to say that. Yeah, it's
I'm a
okay to
fan.
say, but you know, you're just it's leading that you're on.
It helped
you're,
us.
You're
It
on
helped
the
me
other...
work till 4 a.m. with him. It helped. It helped.
But, where are we at now?
I also want to say we all went out to steak. By the way, a lot of people said that I didn't do any of the work, but we all had a great time hanging out. We went to the steakhouse.
Which I wasn't invited to.
What?
Travis, hey, what's your opinion on them killing the V's? Assuming you're talking about the Cadillacs. It sucks, I guess.
No one bought them.
Well, sedan purchases are down, and everybody's cutting everything.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no money in it for them. If there's no money in it for them, they're not going to keep doing it. And you have to look at. It's sad to say, but there's going to be smaller. I think it's not sad, but I think there's going to be smaller companies that will rise from the bottom that will eventually produce the holes that are missing in the market.
Kia has already started with the Stinger.
Yeah,
all-wheel drive. Turbo.
which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was actually out with regular car reviews, and he was driving my Demon and also the Stinger as well. It's a nice car for nothing.
I reviewed the Stinger all-wheel drive, and she goes. I mean, as far as the street's concerned, you're not gonna. From light to light, you're gonna hurt some feelings with that car. It's not as expensive as you think. Opinions on the Chevy SS. Is that in production still?
What's that?
The Chevy SS.
Well, no, they stopped it, which they should have called an Impala. If they called it an Impala, it probably would have had better sales.
Yeah.
But that was essentially, like I said before, I had a G8 GXP, and that is a G8, everything except for upgraded suspension and had the GPS and stuff. But other than that, it was a plain Jane car. And if you can grab one now cheap, it's something worth getting into.
Yeah, that's a good build. The
Yeah.
G8. And I also I am a little under the weather because ever since we stayed up till 4 a.m., I've been pretty sick.
Even a little sick?
But I get so souped for this stream and podcast. It's crazy how much I love this. A little concerning.
No, this is my favorite part of the week at this point right now.
The Muscle Empire checked in. He's about to turn legal 18 soon.
So you guys can all hit him up if you're interested.
How much did the Steeda Stop the Hop kit help your ETs? Tremendously. I think that's a great product. I haven't installed all the parts yet, but we will. Some people who are asking questions about my build. What's coming up, we're going to have the horsepower figures with the headers. It's going to blow up. I don't think you all are ready. I want to release that. I'm working hard on the edit for you guys, so that comes out soon. Then we're going to take it back to the drag strip. We want to break 10s NA with the 2018 Mustang GT.
Do you think that's really possible?
100%.
Yeah.
I feel very confident that the 2018 Mustang with very minimal mods, that's the whole key. Being on a budget on minimal mods, which is just simply a colder intake, E85 tune, and catless headers, will run 10s NA. And when
What's your lowest number right now?
11.3. When you see the horsepower, go ahead.
To go from 11.3 to a
10.9.
10.9 that's a lot.
It is.
It's a lot.
It is.
People that don't
Go ahead.
that aren't in this field, that don't race, that don't mod, that don't, they say, "Oh, what's the big deal? It's nothing. That's just go a little faster." That's a big number, and you're talking NA.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a big number. What else do you have? What's the plan?
Every time a Mopar guy doubts the Black Mamba, I think you guys have seen the results. But we are not deterred because these are the advantages of doing a 10.9, gaining 3/10 with the mods that we've done since we run that time. There's 3 advantages. 1, we have a full drag pack. 2, we have a set of long tube catless headers now. 3, we have phenomenal fall weather. Those three variables, I believe, will get us to where we have to be. To be an NA car, 2018 Mustang, now 19 GT, with those mods, which are very accessible. You're not going to have to run and do all these crazy modifications. Oh, wow. Thank you so much to D. Smith, Battlemaster Dave. You just gave $50. Lebanon Ford Performance is offering a base Mustang GT with the Hellion twin turbos for $39,995
Wow.
installed.
Wow. I have to do that's just exaggerating.
Wow.
Wow. Dude, like for
Do
real,
it.
if
Go
you
for it.
that
Do it.
Lebanon, what Lebanon?
Lebanon Performance.
Where is that? Is that
Ohio.
Yeah. Base Mustang GT with the hell. Oh my god.
Do it. I'm a little butthurt, by the way, that I got my car soon. Well, I mean, I wouldn't be here if I did, but people like the gentleman who just donated in the super chat, let me say his name because he gave the most so far. I apologize.
D. Smith.
Battlemaster Dave. Do it, bro. I think you have a Focus ST or RS in your thumbnail. I bought the 2018 Mustang when it first came out, coming up on a year ago, November 2017. If you're one of the people that waited for people like Lebanon Performance who offer it with a warranty, by the way,
Yeah.
they have Roush, Helion Turbo, and Whipple.
Helion, dude, 40 grand.
Well, it's the base car is 40 grand.
So
Then you
what?
throw on the modification. No, I just want to make sure I'm giving
Yeah.
the right information because people will come back. Yeah.
Well, it
it's pretty
doesn't
sick.
have the heated and cooled seats.
You can
like,
get a fully modified,
what's it, another 10 or 20 grand then?
basically you can get an 800 horsepower car from the dealership for about $65,000.
Well, twin turbos.
Mhm.
Now, obviously, they're going to probably be
There's a back
conservative. There's going to be
there's going
conservative.
to be conservative because you're dealing with
a warranty.
and different variables.
But
you can
after,
custom.
if you feel as if you don't need that warranty anymore, you just dial up the boost.
We did a review on one of those cars on the channel. It was like a Roush version, and he's already modified it.
Yeah.
You can't change the tune. He's already gone to tune.
He changed the tune.
Yeah. This is inevitable.
Yeah.
Because you always want more.
Yeah.
So.
But that's so cost of like 40 grand with like that's an amazing. If that's legit,
It is.
That's something I'm.
Why not?
Why not? Who cares about the warranty at $40,000 car?
not? You can get a whole motor and everything for 10 grand.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why it's a great time to be a Mustang fan. I keep telling people.
What's up with the internals though? Do they do any work?
It's all stock.
Really?
We handle it. Ford knows what they're doing. That's why the 5.0 is the beast.
Tick 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 tick.
Listen,
tick, tick,
you want
tick.
to talk about the tick? All right, let's talk about the tick. It's called normal direct injection.
Oh, stop
noises.
it!
Come on.
Come on, that's why they're replacing engines left and right.
Because 2 YouTubers had their engines fixed?
I don't care. That's enough for me to know there's 1,000 other people doing it.
When you have the best-selling sports car, 4 years running now, there's going to be some issue cars.
Oh yeah. I get it.
And someone like me who literally took the car to the drag strip at 300 miles on it, put it through its paces, has modified it, drives it all over the place. I have 15,000 miles in that car in it's not even been a year yet. I am the living document. That's a great platform. And I feel bad for friends like LS Eater and Boosted Addictions who have had unfortunate luck with that motor. But again, ladies and gentlemen, that is a new generation 5.0. It's the first of its kind, and it's actually a full 5.0, fully bored out to the 5.0 specification. And it's direct end port injection, so everyone's like, "What's that tick?" No, ladies and gentlemen,
Stop.
that is the normal
Stop.
tick.
I've been
It's a
hearing
normal
it.
tick.
Okay.
I'm telling you,
Coming from the bottom of the engine.
it's just a normal sound.
How concerned is he about those half shafts, though? Well, at his power, probably
No,
not at all.
it's not.
Yeah.
There's and I can't say the number right now because I'll spoil it. But at my power level, they're fine. If I get into the 700 range, then it's time.
Yeah.
It's time. Plus, it's automatic, so it's not letting me load that much on the out torque.
That's why automatics suck, apparently.
Automatics suck because
They're good for the drag strip and traffic.
and older men who are tired of driving, who's been driving sticks for decades.
Sticks are
I'm done.
wonderful, man. And honestly, even if I got a twin turbo, it would have to be It'd have to be a stick.
Yeah, I mean it depends on the car. Like there's a question as
I don't care.
the
if I'm
GT500
slow.
is not going to be a stick shift, by the way. It's going to be automatic.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much a given.
There's no point in being
No.
stick shift.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that Ford is like smart, like what I've been preaching. Automatic.
So now
to
it
the
was
win.
all you, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But we did that thing at the subscribers meet. Autos are better than stick. That's kind of what's put them over the top.
Guys, just so you're not confused, if you're watching Tunnel Chasers channel, we are answering questions on StangMode's channel, and if you're watching StangMode's channel, I'm answering questions on my channel, Tunnel Chasers channel. Just so you're not seeing the same things that we're reading off. I get it, especially if you're just jumping in. Yeah, that's all I had to say. If you wanted to follow up on anything,
No,
we were almost there. We said $100, and we tase you.
You could taste the beard.
Taser wholesaleblades.com. But that would stink.
What, the beard?
Yeah.
It would light on fire.
We said $100 chop chat. We're gonna tase StangMode. It won't hurt that bad. Just like a small
I beg to differ.
title. $100, dude.
We can light this the back
What?
the burlesque curtains on fire. Let's order the food.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's order the food. We're gonna order the Chinese food. Everyone said General Tso's, so we're gonna do that, and we'll go from there.
Ask Steve how he feels about his 300-mile 6.0. Steve is very adamant about his 300,000-mile truck. He's loving it, and if you follow him on Instagram, he'll let you know the same thing. He's loving that truck.
I love trucks. I just if I was in a position to have one, I'd really copy off Boost F-150 and have a.
That's not a truck though anymore,
Yeah.
man. That's not like, hey, I'm gonna go out in the snow. I mean, you could. But...
Someone said 10 guys giving $10 count to burn StangMode.
If we can get 10 people to give $10, I will stun StangMode. That's it. You're in, right?
I'm not in that.
Come
how
on.
How about 10 people giving $100? Then you can do that.
We can't give
I
you
got,
one
I got,
guy.
I got a little bit of a price.
It's not gonna hurt that much.
Goodness gracious. But people will pay to see. We'll do stuff like that. I think we can go.
Oh, we got 25. If something is too good to be true, go ahead. I'm sorry, it's your channel.
If something is too good to be true, and you can talk, it's most likely is. A Hellion twin-turbo Mustang for $40K is impossible. Uh-oh. There needs to be so many upgrades needed to handle that power. I know from experience, guys. Trust me. We have a YouTuber with a 2015 Mustang fast street car. I know him personally, who said, ain't happening. 40K for twin turbo, not possible.
What's he own?
A 2015 Hellion twin turbo.
Which is the 4.7 or something?
No,
What-
it's still a 5.0.
Is it a 5.0? I thought you said they weren't bored out fully.
It's like a 4.9-ish.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Just a hair short of an actual
What
5.0?
cigarettes does Mod to Fame smoke? I love cigarettes, and they sound
What?
great on air.
What cigarettes does... Oh.
You got a super chat that one.
Yeah, that's...
That is Patreon information.
I'm not Mod the Fan. I'm Tunnel Chaser, by the way. I'm just supporting his gear. But that was pretty funny.
Well, people have confused you with Mod to Fame and Demonology. And now people are going to think something else. What is
the true price? What is the true price, StangMode?
I'm asking.
Yeah.
Because get out of here with that cigarette hate. Let the man be who is. You can, yeah, listen. It's
See,
a free
that's what I'm
country.
talking about.
I didn't say anything. It's
That's
a free
what I'm
country.
talking about. Free country. This is your channel.
Well,
is the channel of the free, man. This is a Ford Mustang channel. If you ever talk, you try to hide or deny or suppress free rights and free speech, come on.
Send it. Steve said my Denali 6.0 will gap that Stang. I'm not sure what
That'd be
Stang.
amazing.
Not sure what Stang he's talking about, but it's definitely not the Black Mamba.
Oh,
I
man.
do have to race Send it, Steve.
I think it's a Vortex, right? I had a Denali that was a Vortex.
Yeah.
They're 604 Vortex.
I'm impressed that Mike does a lot of his own work. I was looking for people like me who just record everything.
My Denali 6.0 will cap that Stang. Probably half a second. Smoke 'em if
How
you
good
got
was
them,
the
free
DA
country.
when you ran 11.3? It was about 2,000, 3,000 DA. So once it gets, like I said, the three variables now, when we have the drag pack Careless headers and a negative DA. We're gonna get a 10s, and I'm not. Just be prepared when I run 10s, because I'm gonna say I told you so to a lot of people, like Mr.
Dude, listen. I want to say something. Okay, I'm running with my 808 mode. My best time is 1 full second faster than you, right? Roughly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that in racing terms, that's not. That's I mean, what is 900th? Is it 900th of a second? That's a lot. People always like, oh, it's just 1 second. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, that is a lot. And mind you, I didn't do any work. It's nothing crazy. I just bought a car and ran it, but still, that's a big difference. I just wanted to get that out there.
I'm gonna clip this moment when we run 10s. We'll call back to it.
Yeah, but it's all right. I'll just go ahead and get my twin turbo Mustang. Run it one time, it blows up.
Do it. Yes, guys, I am a little under the weather, so if it looks like I'm glazy-eyed, it's from I've been pumping out daily content. I'm gonna take a break for a while, after I run 10s and kind of retire on top. When did you get the Black Mama fix, and what was it? The Black Mama was never down. It was just a clickbait by Orange GT. Oh, with the tick. No, the Black Mama doesn't tick, baby.
So what are we getting?
General Tso's chicken.
That's what is everybody agreeing with General Tso's chicken. Josh, I need to know
the
what
Black Mamba will never run 10s.
Josh,
I love it. I love it.
We got to get Josh in here.
All right, so we have 3 YouTubers who are already saying that I will not run 10s. That's Tunnel Chaser, Mod to Fame, and Send It Steve are already all saying we won't run 10s with the Black Mamba. NA.
All
We're
right.
calling our production assistant
You
in.
sure? All right.
He's not. He's the 1-8. He just wants to hang out. Thanks to Josh.
Josh took about 8 beers back with him, so we haven't seen him.
Josh is pretty lit right now.
Yeah.
If you can't see him, he's pretty lit.
I'm good.
He's good.
Justin Martinez had the same mods as me and ran 11.7. Any advice? Seat time, baby. Seat time. Keep running it. I don't know what your 60-foot was, but seat time is important. It's important to learn your car and get her dialed in. One of the things that people don't understand is they go to the dyno, they do the mods, and they're wondering why won't it run faster. It's because you need seat time, learn your car. You can't do that usually at the test until getting 2 runs in. Xander 13 is talking junk. The wrap won't let it run 10s. Just kidding. Okay, now we have another. We have at 2 Brute. Xander 13, a Mustang channel, is saying now I won't run 10s. So I'm gonna have a watch out for a kill shot rap song like Eminem just did to MGK. For everyone that is hating on me that I won't run 10s NA with the Mustang. So,
But what are you going to do next to get that 10? Are you just claiming what you have now?
what I have now is good enough.
Oh, my God.
What I have now, baby.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. I hope you get it.
I will.
Hope you can make
I'm
fun
fully
of me.
confident. We will get 10s.
What, pork
Be
fried
prepared.
rice or white rice?
Pork fried.
All right.
Let's do it. That's,
America.
We didn't get here. Look at Xander. Don't be backtracking. We'll get 10s because we built it. You said it ain't happening. You're on the list. I think you got 10-8. Finally, there's some love. I appreciate the support from the fans.
Did you say it's a 10-8?
10-8 at 127.
10-8 at 127?
Yep.
Okay.
When you guys see the dyno video.
Wait, so your mile per hour is going to be a 127?
No. I say my mile an hour. I'll do about 124, 125 mile an hour, and I'm going to say 1090s. That's what I'm saying. And everyone I guarantee is going to call you guys out for what went down.
Everyone's going to forget about this moment right here.
No,
Except for you.
I'm gonna keep looping it. I loop things on my channel a lot. So I'm gonna cut you guys into denying me when we get everyone on here, and I say we're gonna do a whole show dedicated. I'll have my tuner on here. We'll have everyone involved. We'll have people who recorded it, and when we run 10s NA with 3 modifications, we'll go to town.
That's it. Food is ordered.
Food
It
is
gets here, we're
ordered.
done.
Once the food gets here, it's a wrap. Listen, I gotta use the restroom. Is that allowed?
Oh man, I'm gonna be here by myself.
Take over.
All right, go ahead.
All right, cool.
All right, so I will be answering all the retarded questions for StangMode. If you have any stupid ones or personal ones, I am here to answer them for you. I mean, I didn't want him to know this, but yeah, he may run a 10.9, very, very high 10.9. What do you drive? I'm assuming you're asking me. I have a Dodge Demon. I could say Demon, but people might confuse it with another car that's called a Demon. I don't know. My Fiero runs 11.3, so Stang needs to step it up. Yeah, I guess so. Crickets. Yeah, well, you know, that's how it goes when you give the guy that's Mopar to answer questions for Mustangs that know nothing about them. Mod to Fame is still claiming he's not running 10s. I don't know, man. He may do a high 10. I hope he does. When should I change my oil? I just bought a new 2018 Mustang GT. Again, wrong guy to ask that question. But everybody likes to do a whole break-in at 500. Dealerships say you don't need to, or other people say you don't need to. If you're easy on it, you really don't need to. Got to have Demonology do StangMode 10.9 video edit. Black Mamba will drag that C5. I don't know what C5 we're talking about. 10.9. I think the Mamba will hit 10s. I like the beer you're all drinking. I'm the only one drinking beer. He's off there drinking to the side some coffee. It's how it's been every podcast so far. What are you running? I am running best time on Knott's Race Fuel 10.4. So with cooler weather and race fuel, I should be 10.9 as well. I mean, 9.9, not 10.9. 9.9. You said Black M because you boosted, you'll get a Mustang. Yeah, I did. If he beats me, boosted, I'll get a Mustang with more boost. Any mods to the Demon? No, I just stripped a little bit of weight out to compensate for my overweightness, and hopefully I can run the better times. Send It Steve on my channel says, I know they're not talking about my C5. Send It Steve says, never change the oil, just add to it. He's also claiming that Stang will not do 10s. And it's very boring when you're by yourself. You don't have like a little banter back and forth.
There's lizards in the bathroom. Just real talk.
Lizards? There's more than lizards, man.
I don't know where we're at, but there's like lizards and all types of creatures. I couldn't even go.
You do not want to go into that bathroom. Which bathroom did you go into? That one? Yeah, I told you. Don't go in that bathroom. Go in that bathroom over there.
There's some freaky stuff out there. I was just like, yeah, we'll hold it. Like,
if you guys don't know where we're at, but we're kind of like in an industrial area with right across the river, and there's some giant, massive water bugs that
they're
live
like
in here at night.
their own creatures from like they're prehistoric. I turned the lights on.
You see the spiders in here? They're like this freaking big at night. Man.
Like I turned the light on and I was like, I don't gotta go anymore. And I turned the lights right off. I said, yep. We're like in a
Never
warehouse.
turn the lights off and turn around. You keep the lights on, you back out slowly. Come on, you got to keep this chat rolling here.
All right, I'm back. Now that Tunnel Chaser, I got to liven it up.
Everybody left.
Everyone, oh wow, the viewers went down by like 30 on mine. We were at like 100. Okay, let's get this cracking. Daddy's back.
I just want to drink and smoke.
Go ahead.
Steve's going to be on apparently, and he's going to be drinking and.
Well, I tell you what, the reason why it's unable. Some people wanted to call in. We're having phone issues right now, but we're going to get more people to call in once we get the phones set up right. And that's why I'm so happy that the mics worked with the speakerphone.
And we're going to do, to keep this thing more lively going into the future, we're definitely going to have some more sound effects, more graphics, more videos going and stuff, but we're all very new to this. So don't think that you're just going to be staring at us while we just stare into the camera the whole entire time, and there's going to be like this dead air where you guys don't want to watch anymore. There will be more liveliness to it and more thought to it, and once StangMode stops being lazy and comes over here and we get a pattern down instead of the night before, like, here's my 3 topics for today. Like,
It is. I'm gonna be burned out soon, to be honest with you. I'm going so hard for my 10,000 views of video. Like, I work really hard, and but I'm obsessed with it, so we'll keep going. And I can feel my sickness like taking over me. When I got up to walk, nothing left. I got up to like walk to the bathroom, and then I saw Jurassic Park in the bathroom. And I said, all right, so I gotta drive home, and I'm like, I hope I make it.
don't pull.
Chase, you were talking trash while I was
No, man.
Tellon said if you beat him boosted, he will buy a Mustang.
Yeah, he asked me that same question.
He's setting himself up because he's getting a GT500. Listen, they're gonna be like 20 YouTube channels that all get a GT500. It's inevitable.
You think that many will end up with a GT500?
No, but it's gonna be so worth it because it's the most popular car. StangMode stays up till 4 a.m. once he's on his deathbed. Agreed. I go to sleep at like 9 o'clock. Was it worth it for the header install? You'll find out. The
Dude,
dyno video.
I didn't even do it. I just kind of watched, and it wasn't worth it to me.
You'll see when the dyno. Listen, when the dyno video comes out, it'll be worth it. And when you see the 10s, it'll be worth it.
Send it. Steve says he'll give me the back tire.
On what?
Call out.
Is it Denali? I don't get sleep anymore between recording, editing for YouTube work, and family. That's speed addict. It's agreed. If you want to get into this,
it's an unpaid job.
oh yeah,
Like, I mean, you get money, but it's not
no.
unless you're, big.
Unless you have 500,000 subs and you're getting 100,000 views.
Yeah, you're getting 100,000 views a video. This is an unpaid job. You're getting
Someone asked if you're smoking weed.
yes, lots of it, a whole lot of it. That's how I deal with him.
Is it? Do you have nicotine or weed? Is people's questions.
Do I look like I'm smoking weed? No, man. Come on.
What is my 60 foot? Right now it needs to go down. It's only 1.8, 1.7, but we'll get it down.
What is it? 1.8?
1.7, 1.8.
1.7? It's horrible.
Yeah, well, the power's not there to put that down. So, chill with your Dodge. I like what Dodge even got. Like, what's your 60 foot? 1.5.
1.4, 1.5.
Xander 13 said it's a full time thing. Lots of arguing with the wife about YouTube.
Depends. How hot is she? So
Yeah,
that's how much you can deal with it,
I'd be scared to mod a 2019 GT. I agree. If I got a Shelby GT500, I don't think I'd modify it. I think I'm just visually.
Visually.
That's it.
But then again, I hear it's going to be very visually appealing. Very visually appealing.
Yeah, you gotta say it like that.
Yeah, you got to do very visually appealing.
You know what you guys can do as well, as we, you had a donation of $50 while you stepped away. There was a donation.
No. That was the same one. It's still there.
Oh, okay. Salty's staying. There was thank you for looking at it. Where was I at? Oh yeah, what you guys can do is this, by the way, as we close the podcast by waiting for our food, you can order your food with us, and you can tell us what you guys are ordering. We can have like end the food chat,
Demonology style. We're just ripping them off.
Yeah, but we're not looking at the plate for 3 hours. Look here, let me tell you. Let me tell you something. My car ain't modded, okay? Y'all come, you're gonna be in car jail. I come.
Do you consider ripping out the seats modded?
Yep.
It's not stock anymore.
Nope. Nope. He's modified. I like how guys try to stick to, I'm a stock car, and I go from the, no. Anybody knows you gotta take any advantage you can. And if that's weight reduction, if that's some race gas for the demon guys, if that's PCM, the front skinnies, it's gonna happen. 10-2, Sunday Steve? Of course, that's crazy. That's crazy fast.
What is 10-2?
If either of you want to break 10, I will not break 10-20s. No, that ain't happening. I don't have that kind of setup yet.
Is Senate Steve saying he's going to break a 10-2? He's doing 10-2?
Mm-hmm.
With a car that's not built yet?
Well, his car is half apart before the North Carolina call out.
He's gonna build it the night
He's
before.
gonna build it the night before. Yeah, props. Yo, thank you, Santa Steve, for hanging out. He's a YouTuber. He's in it. He's hanging out with us. I appreciate it.
My wife said, "Why are you watching couple guys while talking shit for 3 hours?"
Who is?
Someone's wife's complaining, "Why are you watching two guys?"
Do we have a tech to call in the call? Do we have a tech in at the call out?
Yeah, I imagine there's going to be.
Yeah, you have to.
That'd be awesome if there was you just go. Do what you want.
Is it? Oh, here's a great. Is a street car still a street car if it gets trailered to the track? Go ahead.
It depends if it was a street car. I mean, like if my Demon's a street car, if I decided I didn't want to put the miles on it and I trailer it to the track, it's still a street car. You know, if it's legitimately not allowed on the street, legally, then it's not a street car anymore. You can do all the mods you want. If it's legally allowed on the street, then it's still a street car. That's how I look at it.
I like to drive to the track and home and run 10s. That's what's going to happen. 10.8s.
Tunnel
Give me
Chaser,
10.99, Santa Steve.
you should Tunnel Chaser. You should race. It's just a 6. He recently raced a Demon on his channel and gapped him by 5 cars. We discussed that earlier in
we
the.
already talked about
yeah.
that. Want to jump back into it? How you were really upset about it because that wasn't you losing.
The video of him losing, okay, or winning. Listen,
slip.
the Demon is not a roll racer. The gearing is not there. It is going to pull hard, and anything with better gearing for the top end is going to pull away from it. Get it on the track. It's going to do very, 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 very well, and against his 800 horsepower, 1,000 horsepower crank Mustang, it's going to be pretty even, if not dead even, is how I look at it. I think it's a driver's race at that point. You're talking about
He's a stick shift, by the way, and that was an automatic on a roll race.
he's in a stick shift.
Yeah, just a 6 is a stick car.
Oh, I don't know. Is he?
He's a stick shift.
Because I know he's been through like 2 of them now, so I don't know
It's
if
a
he
stick
went.
shift car.
All right. Well, that's more of a driver's race because you think he has more power, lighter weight, and then he's going to have the disadvantage of the stick. You got the Demon is designed. I mean, unless he goes full drag suspension, I don't know what he has. I mean, if he goes full drag suspension, and he has an auto, that's the only way I see him pulling away at the drag strip. On the street, he's going to have it every single time. I mean, friggin' a McLaren that's half the horsepower pulls away from a Demon on the street.
Excuses to me.
Just facts.
All I know is this: a Mustang it's the bee's knees. It just is.
You rip it off. Is that you that says that, or is that me?
Somebody said it was a bee's knees somewhere.
I said it on my Instagram post. I was like, I said watch the podcast, it's the bee's knees.
Who's running Grandpa? Anybody? We are gonna run each other.
I'm gonna run Grandpa as many times as I can,
It's
especially if
just
I
the
see his
6 is
numbers
scared
are
to see
worse than mine.
5. I already broke it off in him, and he hasn't sat down right since. Whoa!
Oh Jesus!
Gosh. Woo.
Did he beat him at the last call out? Oh, he broke down.
He broke down.
Yeah.
He went to 4th. And
He went to 4th. Don't go to 4th in a Mustang. You never go to 4th.
being a Demon owner.
Does it upset you that a Hellcat Red Eye is detuned Demon? Yeah. It's not $30,000 less. They're practically the same price. The only way it's $30,000 less is if you paid over on the MSRP. I think a Demon Red Eye fully loaded, it's like $90,000 to $95,000, something around $85,000 to $95,000 or something fully loaded. Practically the same price. Am I upset? Yes, a little bit, only because you don't, when you get a Demon, you don't want to mod it. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to go ahead and drop it to the ground. You don't want to put different wheels on it. You don't want to do anything. You're kind of like, you want to leave it as is. If anything, you might add power for the strip. Owning a Red Eye, I wouldn't feel bad modifying it at all. I would put friggin' bags on it. I would make it look beautiful, make it look a normal street car. I would love it like that.
I mean, like every other Challenger out there.
Because it looks good like that. What do you do?
Every single model looks the same.
Oh, and Mustangs all look different?
Of course.
Yeah.
GT350 is different. 18 is different.
How does the
GT500
GT350 look any different than the GT 500 or whatever the 50?
Are you kidding me?
Well, I mean, other than it looks exactly the same, I don't know the difference.
Mustang guys, someone
Just tell me, what does it have? Like a little, like
Is
a
it
look. You see this
complete-
little
it's
flap on the
completely-
side, this little aerodynamic front
Mm-mm.
splitter on the front.
The fenders are different. The entire front fascia is different on the GT350. The
And I can
headlights
say
are
the same thing
different.
to you.
The
Like
hood
what?
is different. A-pillar Ford is completely different on the GT350 compared to 2018 GT.
And then we have the 15. We have the
Same thing.
18. They're not. They're all. The
I see
hood's a
one
difference. The
Challenger, I've
front's
seen
of
them
the.
all.
Is oh my god.
Is your Pentastar still surviving? I saw.
The Demon looks just like a Hellcat. Oh, this is hard. It doesn't.
It does.
A Mustang. Okay. Grab the taser, dude. He said grab the taser. My brother works for Insurance Auto Auction, and they just sold a 2018 GT supercharged yesterday with only 3,000 miles on it. And it only had right front suspension fender and airbag damage for $13,500.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. That's a deal.
That's like that. What's the name of that show? That Goon Squad or
JR Vlogs, how do you afford what?
How
We're
do you
talking about the
afford that?
cars. It's YouTube money, man. It's just rolling in like crazy, dude.
Scat Pack looks like a Hellcat now.
It
Hellcat looks
does.
like a Scat Pack.
Yeah.
Demon looks like a Red Eye. Red Eye looks like a Demon.
Stop.
It's all the same car. Dodge only makes one car. They just name it 10 different things.
Off topic, what's your favorite car from the 90s?
Ooh. That's a great
None.
question.
What
They
was it?
all were crap.
Yeah, they were all really. If you said the 80s, maybe I would have something
The
for
Ford Probe.
you. I don't think I could pull a car and be like, yeah, I would buy that.
There was no Ford from the 90s I liked.
He's going to go full third gear twice and scatter again.
Oh, Michael Mack said the Toyota Supra. That's cool. 1993 Toyota Supra. That
Really?
was. You don't like the Supra? Supra is like the Mustang of like.
I think that got overhyped.
Really?
Yeah.
Listen, I'll say one thing. For me as a Mustang guy, the only, I guess, Asian car I would drive or I would love to own is a red twin turbo Supra.
Nah.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Sam Crack is the guy that buys savage vehicles and rebuilds them. Yeah. Fox body all the way. 80s? I think in 85 was a Fox body still, right?
I go for the Turbo 4.
The two-tone? The two-tone?
I don't know about Fox bodies like that.
Fucking Mustang guys.
I don't.
They
I'm a late
pretend they
model
know
guy.
about Mustangs.
I'm a late model guy.
Henry Ford felt he needed the Dodge brothers to build the reliable vehicles. Henry Ford did have Dodge build. Uh-oh. Did we just? No,
We're
we're
still
good.
alive.
Yeah.
Where's his food? Because I have like phlegm and
My mouth.
all types of stuff
Want a
coming out that.
Want a beer?
No.
Nah.
I'm waiting for my General Tso's chicken.
93 Cobra. Oh, the Terminator.
Terminator was 99.
It's a 90s car.
Yeah.
I take a
that makes the
Terminator.
list. Terminator was like the 2018 Mustang.
Oh, I
Everybody
take a
wants one.
Terminator, dude. Terminator lowered. I love those things.
They're so cool looking.
Yeah, especially from the rear. You see them on the street in the rear.
Where's my manners? The 99 Cobra R2 was bad, with the big wang.
Screw wangs.
We're like-
Fox body was 79 to
Disagree.
93. So maybe it was a 93. There was a two-tone Mustang squared body, man. I love that thing. My uncle had one. I loved it.
Terminator was 03 to 04.
So then what was the other one?
I'm thinking about the 99.
They look just like the 03s, all right? The 99s?
Yeah.
That's all right. I
don't
take an
know.
03. I take an 03 Terminator.
I'm an S550 guy. Everything after
Interior, though, that whole interior needs to go. That was
Oh.
freaking horrible.
that. Ooh, probably the ugliest interior.
Yeah.
Well, the C5 had a pretty crappy interior too.
This podcast is the blind leading the blind. It's Michael Mack talking crap. Listen, Michael Mack,
I
you
tell
try to
what,
do something for 3 hours and then come back to us and tell us, okay?
we'll get Michael Mack on here.
I
when
can't
he,
wait until we're prepped. I can't wait until we have all our videos going. We're
yeah.
full blown. We got our
we're
sound
gonna
effects.
have- yeah,
we got
go
our
ahead.
smoke machines going. We got our lights going. Our better background. Our drops. Our women. Our stripper. I mean, we're gonna have good stuff going. We're gonna have definitely good stuff going. And then you come back to me, Michael Mack.
StangMode FTW. That's a good T-shirt. Thank you for that love. Black 19 GT. Yeah, let's talk about cars. I know. Let's talk about the S550 and the 19 and 18.
So we're just gonna talk about one model.
I'm just kidding. Am I?
Red Eye just needs slicks and race fuel. Demon tuned ECM. No, yeah, it does. Well, the intake on the hood scoops on the Red Eye are not as large as the Demon. So if, let's just say by chance you can just take the Demon's PCM and put it into the Red Eye, it still couldn't make as much power because of the lack of intake. But the reality of it is that you can tune both, and the Demon will always make a little bit more power, but the Red Eye is going to make, a few behind it just because of that intake issue.
People are asking about the bat.
The bat, it's Deegan's bat from The Walking Dead, and they're sold at wholesaleblades.com, which also helps us and future stuff that we're going to be having going on. So if you want to support the podcast, we have many different ways to do it, but this is also one.
Chinese
Food is
is
here, guys.
Cabs the he.
Wow, I didn't even hear him. Chinese
I know.
delivery sneaky.
You know what we're gonna do? We end the beautiful podcast by taking a bite of the goodness. Are you able to get up? Don't worry, you can. Our production assistant. Thank you, sir. All right.
It's Tunnel Chaser's idea. Are you talking crap within the chat? Like I can't see it. Listen.
How dare you?
This is supported by this. All of this, minus like a few bucks, has been paid for by wholesaleblades.com. And
It's a great plug.
if I have to if you want to keep people happy,
This is like an unveiling.
where you can buy things like this
Whoa. Should we open the fortune cookies up?
first.
Or that's bad luck.
I don't get it. Come on,
Whoa, wow.
let's do it.
So,
I'm risky, dude.
all right.
I'm a demon owner.
Let's see what your fortune is, and I'll see what my fortune is. All right, ladies first. Go ahead.
I like this.
Go ahead.
You go.
Mine says, "Greet your friends with open arms, and happiness will come to you."
Yeah, that's what you get for talking crap. Killing time murders opportunities.
So is that a bad omen for the?
We definitely try to kill some time here.
Here you go. There you go, sir. So
Demonology is watching again. He said he's back.
we're about to end. Thank you, sir.
So this is
This is how we end. We end by eating. We don't do the whole thing while we eat.
yeah, we're ending by eating. You guys can smell that.
Wow, this is helping my congestion. Well, we'll end on the bite.
Cheers to.
Cheers. Till next week.
Do I just end it now?
Yeah.
Do I chew a little bit in there?
Chew a little bit.
Ooh, hot.
Good stuff.
Later.
Peace.
Thanks for watching.